You and Bart are going to be rolling around in the home.
Okay.
No, let's not get carried away.
Well, that's a great topic.
You're putting
That is
many years on me here.
Oh, hold on, though. That's a great topic. You in a assisted living home, and you holding court, and you being pissed off at people. That's a great topic.
Bart's
What does
gonna have an
Bart
illegal
look like
pudding
at
racket.
86? What does an 86-year-old Bart look like in an assisted living home where he's in there holding court and telling people that he's going to run the place? He's going to run the place. And then, he's going to maybe get thrown out. Do people get thrown out of assisted living
They do.
places?
They do. There are many, and I'm one of them. You've been through this with your parents, and I went through it with both my parents. You see some of the most incredible things, some of the funniest things you've ever seen in your life. And all you can do is laugh when you get in that situation. And I suspect Bart will provide a few of those moments when the time comes, and I hope I do too.
I can see it. Can you see it, Bart?
No, not right now.
Come on.
No, that's way too far out for Bart. Bart should not think about that. Right?
Well, yeah. I'm just talking about, you and dealing with people. And get out of my room.
Well, I mean, look, nobody wants to be invaded.
There will always be
the good
another
part is you
Shows.
can say those things at that age and
People brush
completely
it off.
get away with it. I mean, completely get away with it.
Can you imagine Bart having a podcast at 86 and completely saying
The
whatever
whole
he
world's
wants?
going to hell in a handbasket.
Whatever he wants to say. Totally, kind of like the show, but you just another level.
Yeah.
Just on another level. The Chuck and Bo Show on demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Catch up on all 3 hours with the podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
I would argue that sometimes a Big Mac is like,
Hey,
that's
when-
gourmet, man.
hey,
I'll take it.
When
Like,
you're hungry, it's
yeah.
not bad.
If you made me pick a meal, like, hey, you could have anything. Like, if I was dying tomorrow, if I'm going to the, electric chair, I'm probably going to have a Big Mac. Are you serious?
Not a chance.
Tell me something that's better.
You don't go to the electric chair every day. I mean, you just don't. I mean, it calls for a Big Mac. I mean, it really
Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night, love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
I'm at my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "Let's turn on the Chuck and Bo
There
Show."
we
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
Yeah, I saw something last night watching the Knicks and the Spurs play that I have not seen before. I've seen fans run on football fields and baseball fields and all kinds of stuff. I have never seen a fan run onto the floor of a basketball game while the game was going on. So the Knicks and the Spurs are playing last night, and like in the fourth quarter, because I stayed up late, a fan runs onto the floor to take a selfie with Victor Wembanyama and gets the selfie. And in fact, the video of him doing the whole thing's gone viral. And I'd never seen a fan.
I haven't seen it in basketball.
I have not. I'd not seen it. Now, usually in like a football game, we were talking about this. The guy they just beat the hell out of him. I mean, they take him off to the
It's
side.
a free
pump him.
tackle.
Yes, and get
Free
your shots
takedown.
in. This kid obviously was. I mean, he'd been sitting down there. You could tell by his appearance. He was at the game to get onto the floor. You don't just walk down to the floor at an NBA game. I mean, there's a certain amount, in fact, a lot of security. So I figure he was sitting down there somewhere in an expensive seat. And he runs out there on the floor and gets a selfie with Wembanyama. And then, like, security, I mean, they all come to him. They surround him and grab him. But they didn't throw him down on the floor and, like, kick him and stuff like that. They just, like, took him off. And the game just went on. They had a jump ball and kept on going.
Went out right in the middle of the action.
Yes, right in the middle of play.
Man.
And I was watching the game. I'm like, what in the world?
It was jaw dropping.
Yes, it
What-
was. It was jaw dropping.
What in the world? and everybody was caught off guard. All the players,
I know.
security for a brief moment.
Mitchell Robinson of the Knicks was looking at it like, man, who is this guy? I mean, he just had this like bewildered look on his face. And Wemby actually smiled.
I was thinking about the people that have worked here with us that would be willing to do that. Like on behalf of the show, would be willing to run out on the floor.
Our
And
intern Jackson would have
That was
done
it. That was the only.
Yeah, he
that
would
was-
have done it.
Yeah, we could have gotten Jackson to do it.
Jackson
Missed
would have done
opportunity
it.
when
Yeah,
Jackson
it really
was here.
was. Yeah.
We didn't realize all the
No.
things that Jackson really could,
We had a
thrive
budding,
in.
we had a budding flower right here in our
Right.
studio, and we didn't understand what to do with it.
We,
I mean,
just,
we didn't
that-
know
that
we
would
didn't
have
know
been-
what to do.
He would. I think we could have got him to do it.
Yeah,
I don't know of anybody else.
I don't think we've
I
had
was-
another person here.
Bart,
that
have you
would have
ever
done it.
He
considered?
probably could have got down like on the floor seats too, just bankroll.
Well, that's just it.
That's, you got to get
Yeah,
down there
I
close.
mean, I
Yeah.
mean, I told
You gotta pay
Bo
for the seat.
earlier.
You're not
You look
coming
at
from
this
the upper
kid.
deck.
This was a well-off kid.
That's
I
right.
mean, this was not a street kid. Let's just be honest. and, I mean, this was a well-off kid.
He's like
And-
dressed in street clothes.
Yeah. He was.
in street
he
clothes
didn't
tonight.
just walk in. He spent $2 or $3, $4, how many ever $1,000 for that ticket, and he wanted that selfie. And by golly, he went out there and got it.
You ever thought about doing that?
No.
No.
Anybody here ever thought about running
No.
on the floor?
no.
What makes somebody think
Hey,
about it?
Seriously, the only selfie I've ever really taken was in Baton Rouge. I've told this story. Shaq was sitting on press row, and I felt somebody sitting beside me, and I looked over, and it was Shaq. And I took probably the worst selfie in the history of mankind. It's like me and Shaq. I act like an idiot.
Do you still have that?
Yeah, it's on my phone somewhere.
Will you send it to
And
us?
maybe. But Shaq looks like a guy who's taken like a million selfies, which of course he had with people, and I look like who's the guy who's taking my first, which basically I was.
He's Wemby's so tall that he didn't.
Yes!
he didn't really get his head in the
No,
video.
no.
He
But
got
this
out there.
this kid.
Tough.
I mean, it was just. Hey, I mean,
Thing is, he kept this video rolling the entire
did.
time,
He
like
did.
like while they
He
were
did.
getting him off the floor and the whole thing. He wasn't bothered. Didn't resist. Didn't run away from him. He got the moment he wanted. He won. He won. The kid won.
he did win. And one of the things that was striking was Wemby is a child of the selfie generation. He kind of instinctively knew what was going on. If you watch the video, I mean, he was smiling. He knew the guy was coming out there to get a selfie. And in the video, the kid's going, there he is, there he is. And but just the whole thing was strange. I mean, just really weird to me.
Here's the moment
All
on
right.
TV.
Now 6-point Nick lead. A fan just ran on the floor and wants to take a selfie. Security quickly takes him away. Crowd gives him the appropriate move.
That would have been
Mike Breen immediately recognizing what was going
for
on.
a
Called the
selfie.
selfie. Mike Breen was not bewildered. He knew immediately this was about the selfie.
He called the play. He called the action.
Play. He called that play, brother.
Yeah, he
did.
called the action.
He did.
What causes somebody to do what is the? Actually, I'm surprised it doesn't happen more. But now this kid, there will be consequences.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever the
he's
you know,
going to be charged with something.
right, and then
be a
and then
small
he'll be
fine.
banned probably
Forever.
from NBA arenas for
Forever.
life.
Yeah. I hadn't thought about that, but that's probably.
But
right.
I mean, it seemed like it didn't really matter to him. I
No.
don't know if he's an NBA fan or if he just somebody put him. There'll be more to the
He's
story.
an idiot. That's what he
Well,
is.
that-
He's an idiot.
yeah, I think that's understood. But why was he so idiotic in that moment?
Well,
I think it's a question.
it's a
I'm guessing a
combination-
girl was involved.
It's a,
I'm
it's,
just
a co-
guessing.
it's a combination of
Guessing.
things.
I'm
It's a
just
combination of things, Chuck. It's baseline stupidity. Okay?
Baseline stupidity.
That's one because you have to be you do have to be like just an idiot to even go
It's a
down
factor.
that path.
It comes into play.
You,
no
you
question.
have to be stupid. So stupidity, alcohol, impressing a girl.
Yeah, that's the big three.
that's
I
the
mean, it really is.
trifecta right
When you're
there.
that age,
What about losing a bet? My first thought was maybe you lost a bet.
he was too eager.
Okay.
I mean,
That's
he
fair.
didn't act like a loser.
Yeah,
Let's
he-
just put
he
it
was
that
excited.
way.
He
He
was
was
excited.
happy to be out there.
Yeah.
I think you may be onto something there, Bart.
Yeah, I mean, you start with that baseline level of stupidity.
In fact,
though.
a lot
You
of the
have to have
things that have gone wrong in the history of the world could probably be traced back to baseline idiocy, alcohol, impressing a girl. I mean, right there.
I think maybe
every conflict in
That's right.
history.
Everything bad that's ever happened, you can trace back to that.
that's all true. I also believe that people have made careers out of it.
Yeah.
I mean, just look at the Kardashians. Let's just use that
so.
low-hanging fruit.
Yeah.
Did this guy? What are we going to hear about his story? What's going to come out?
Oh, we'll find out today.
Did this jumpstart a career? Does he have a YouTube channel? This is the kind of content people make now.
That's a fair point. Is he going to end up on Dancing with the Stars?
Yeah, I mean, it could jumpstart his career.
It could. You're right. I hadn't thought
Could
about
be
that.
very
You're right.
intentional.
There's a lot of people asking, who is that guy?
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
What's his
we're
deal?
we're
Social
talking
media
about it
age.
today.
Who is this guy?
Everybody's going to talk about it.
Yeah.
And that just brings you back to what your version of success is. It brings you back to your third grade teacher. You can be anything you want to be.
You want to be a.
You
That's
could be the idiot
that's
who
the
runs
path
on the
he
court of
chose.
the NBA Finals.
The path he chose in life.
I just wonder if we're going to find out that this kid, like, you know, because those tickets that he had, I mean, they're thousands of dollars to be down there where he was. That is
he's
not
some rich idiot.
No, well, is he some privileged kid, or has he been like saving his money up like for 2 years and then like drained his bank account to buy that ticket so he could go out and take that selfie and jumpstart his future?
Sounds like a go-getter to me.
Was he banking on himself? That's right. He's a go-getter.
Is he hireable?
He's a visionary.
Is
He's
he
a
hireable?
visionary.
Let's find out who he is.
Like if you interview someone for a job
I Googled nothing yet.
and they seem like a decent person, and you're like, this is a good fit, and they're like, hey, there's one thing I got to tell you. When I was 23, I ran on the floor of the NBA Finals
Be
during the
perfect.
game.
You're perfect for
You're
us.
probably going
I
to
was
find
gonna
out
say.
about this when you do
Perfect for
research
us.
on me.
Yeah.
Does that? What do you do? You know, he's interviewing at Tyson Foods. What do they say to him?
You're hiring.
This is when he's 32.
You're hiring
he's up
because-
for an executive position.
In a critical moment, you know, he won't be afraid. He is not going to be afraid. He will not walk into a room and be timid.
Hey, I want you to run into this conference room
That's
just
right.
like you did the
I
NBA
want you
Finals.
to take over that room the same way you did that arena in San Antonio when you were
25
23.
years ago.
You think you still got it?
Remember who you are.
That's right.
Where's that courage?
What
once
got
had?
you here? Remember the whole reason you were hired.
So you got off to a good start, Chuck. You won a
Yeah,
road
the
game.
next one, 105-95. I stayed up till the end. I'm tired. Edward stayed up to the end. He's probably even more tired.
Nah, he's young.
Well, but he was here before me. That's for sure.
I'm tired. And it makes it worse that my team lost.
Yeah, I was going to say you should be
If
tired
you're going to
because
stay
you
up
lost.
that late, you want your team to win. That's for
right.
sure.
So Chuck got his wish.
But it's just one game.
Bart got his wish.
I did.
Yeah, Texas Tech lost in the first game.
Oh, did they
yeah.
really?
Yeah, they did. They took a 1-0 lead.
You weren't flipping back and forth?
No, I forgot. I'm
Texas
sorry.
kind of laid it down.
Yeah, what was the score?
7-3, I believe was the final.
That was a drubbing.
Texas
Yeah,
Tech got a
7-3.
home run in the first inning, took a 1-0 lead, and then Texas scored 5 runs in the bottom of the first.
Did you wear burnt orange and say hook 'em?
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Under zero circumstances.
Well, I mean, I know you were pulling for him.
They got to quit pitching to that one girl, apparently, for Texas.
Oh, Stewart.
Yeah. What's her first name? Starts with a K.
Katie Stewart.
Katie.
Katie.
Yeah.
Did she hit 2 home runs last night or 1? Apparently
she hit one. She hit one.
She's hit a bunch of home runs lately, and they were talking on TV about not pitching to her, and they pitched to her and bang,
Yeah.
home run.
Bang.
Anyhow, that's the so Bart got his wish. Anybody else get a wish last night?
No? Anyone?
No.
Anybody?
Riley, anything
Bueller?
good happen? No.
Oh, wow.
Riley's looking around this
Sorry,
room
Riley.
going, you boys are so stupid.
Would you do you know anybody in college that like ran onto the field or the floor or did something stupid?
Would
like
you
that?
do it, or do you have friends who would?
No, I don't hang out with those kind of people.
Okay.
See?
People that can
Those
afford
kinds of
courtside
people.
tickets.
Yeah,
That's what I'm talking about.
There you go. Well, she also said people who could afford
Well,
courtside
yeah, okay.
tickets. Those are not her people.
Yeah.
No.
Well, generally, if you are hanging around somebody like that in college, you've probably made a bad choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just leave it there.
Hey, you say that, but 10 years from now, when this guy's been a star and he's a multimillionaire, I mean, the thing
Yeah,
about
but
it
to-
is
but-
tactics like that actually do work.
To know him later, I might be better than to know him now.
I don't know. He's a star, man.
I don't know.
He's a star.
Is he?
He is suddenly an influencer. He's a real
Yeah,
influencer.
that's probably true.
He's a real
He probably will
influencer.
immediately become an influencer. Well, today's June 3rd, and it's Thursday.
It's hard to believe. It's
And
June
we
3rd.
are.
No, it's June 4th.
It's
actually,
June 4th.
That's my bad.
That's why it's hard to believe.
yeah, that's exactly
That's
right.
why it's hard to
my
believe.
bad. Yeah.
All right, this is.
Huh.
Jeez.
Wow,
Yeah.
Lord.
Just look at
Yeah,
your own
I
phone,
mean,
Bo.
Okay.
I mean,
June 4th,
yeah,
2026.
I made a mistake,
All
guys.
right. Well, so is it right that it's
I forgot to
Other stuff
update.
in here, correct?
is it
Yes.
Angelina Jolie's birthday or is
Yes.
that a day off too?
No, everything else is correct.
Is it?
I just didn't.
Okay.
Is it really National Hug Your Cat Day?
Yeah.
Yes.
National
yes, it is.
Cognac Day. I love a good cognac.
Do you?
Who doesn't?
What's your favorite cognac drink?
Just straight.
Just
Neat. Neat. I like it neat.
Yeah. I bet you do.
Can I get you anything else? Just one neat cognac, sir.
Cognac.
The
Neat.
Chilean sea bass
Yeah.
was fantastic.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Just one cognac, and I'm headed off to do the show.
A cigar, baby.
It's a cigar. So today's June 4th.
it is.
I had Thursday right, didn't I?
Yes,
It's
it-
Thursday.
It is Thursday, June 4th.
6:15. We'd love
I
to
made a
hear from
mistake,
you. We'd
okay?
love to hear from you today. Have you ever trespassed?
Oh, I trespassed.
Tell us,
Well, let me tell you.
tell us your trespassing. Please tell us your
I
trespassing
have
story.
indeed trespassed.
You got a selfie with Shaq and a trespassing story. I mean, this is going to be a show today.
No, I didn't say I was going to tell a story. I just said I got a selfie with
Oh,
Jack.
come on. Enough time has
No,
passed.
no, it
Enough
has.
time.
Actually, it hasn't passed.
It was within the last 7 years.
3 or 4 years from now, we'll tell the story, but not today.
It's good morning.
I'm amazed at the number of people who think they're smart.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Oakland is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oakland Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
If you haven't tried a flight by Yingling, you're missing out on the great taste of Yingling that is a light beer. It's the next generation of light beer. Get it on draft, in the can, the new skinny cans, and now the new 16-ounce resealable twist-off aluminum bottle. Perfect for any occasion. It's just 95 calories, and you're still enjoying a Yingling. Take your beer game to new heights with Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer.
Life is better with community banking from First Security, where personal connections make a difference every day. Families get bankers who know their names, know their needs, and love to help. Businesses work with responsive lenders who make fast local decisions that help build success. And communities thrive with First Security because our team is rooted here too. Choose the power of personal. First Security. Bank better. fsbank.com, member FDIC.
Hey, it's Bo, and what if home meant waking up to bent grass fairways, mountain views, and a community that actually feels like one? Big Creek Golf and Country Club in Mountain Home, Arkansas has just released brand new home sites right on the golf course. The first new construction in 20 years. These are premium properties in a safe, welcoming community surrounded by the natural beauty of the Ozarks at a price that might surprise you. Go big and go home. Visit BigCreekGolf.com today. That's BigCreekGolf.com.
Just so you know, and we've talked about this from day one on the show, nobody's safe in here.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Customer service is a buzzword. People just throw it out there. What is it to you?
Showing up when you say you're going to show up, returning phone calls, providing the service that you promised to provide. Because, I mean, if we're all asking to get paid for what we're doing, we need to do what we're getting paid for. And do it with a good attitude and being responsible, not only responsible to show up, but responsible to the relationship.
A relationship you can count on from Clay Maxey and the folks at Teamwork Roofing and Construction. TeamworkBuilt.com. Built on quality, powered by teamwork. You know, fine jewelry is about more than just a beautiful piece. It's about the experience of finding it. I did that with Blakeman's. They are the official jeweler of the Arkansas Razorbacks. Blakeman's has been Northwest Arkansas's trusted destination for exceptional jewelry, providing our community with over 35 years of personalized service, world-class diamonds, and crafted custom pieces. Discover the difference of a true luxury experience at Blakeman's Fine Jewelry in Rogers. Blakeman's, where Arkansas gets engaged.
For over 20 years, ProLand Title has been making title insurance easy for Arkansas families. Founded right here in Arkansas with over 45 offices statewide, our team of title insurance veterans will work alongside you every step of the way. They're independently owned, so their only priority is you. ProLand Title can say yes when others can't. Cheer for the Pigs, close with the pros. Visit ProLandTitle.com to get a quote today.
Imagine raising your family somewhere safe, welcoming, and genuinely beautiful, where the kids have room to roam, the neighbors know your name, and the weekends are spent on the golf course, the lake, or the trails. That's Big Creek Golf and Country Club in Mountain Home, Arkansas, a vibrant community with year-round events for all ages, world-class outdoor recreation, and brand new home sites now available for families ready to put down roots. Small town, big life. Visit BigCreekGolf.com today and get more info.
Never miss a moment of the show thanks to the Chuck and Bo Show on Demand, driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Stream the podcast version of the show on Spotify or Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show. It is, when you stop and think about it, we poke holes in it, but I mean, it is amazing what is out there in terms of artificial intelligence. But yet, every time I read it, I don't worry as much about the future of mankind.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Did you watch the Senate hearings? Did you see any of
No,
that?
I saw some clips.
Yeah. I saw a little bit of it. Saban was, when Saban was up there, when Saban talks to Congress, when he does this, when he does these things, sometimes he just looks like, I know I'm talking to idiots right now. I mean, he just looks like he's, not like he's consciously talking down to people, but he realizes he's talking to a group of people that don't fully understand everything that he's saying, and sometimes he has this, what am I doing here, look about it.
Yeah, I thought Saban was also very distinguished. Like
sure,
he looked like
absolutely, yes.
If he wanted to be in politics, he could easily do that. Sooner Sam is on the Chuck and Bo Show. Sooner Sam, good morning.
How you doing, guys?
Doing well. How are you?
Fine, Sooner.
I'm doing great. Just had a thought about this kid that ran onto the court and had his picture taken and all that stuff. I just, he very well may be an idiot, like Bart says. I mean, today's generation. But anyways,
jeez.
I choose to think that he's just some kind of rich punk who said, Dad, it's my dream to go to the NBA Finals. Dad bought him a ticket. He went with his buddies. And he looked on his betting app somewhere, and he took his trust fund money, and he bet on their 100% chance for somebody to run on the court and interrupt the game, and he bet on himself.
You might be right.
Well, we've seen that happen before.
I wouldn't rule anything out.
I really think that might be it. Yeah. Anyways, guys, listen to y'all every morning. Appreciate y'all waking me up.
Thanks, man.
Thank
Have
you.
a good day.
Thanks for listening.
Have a good day.
Yeah. What do you think the story there is? That's the topic. What is the story? And that's as good as any. Or he was just, what was there a plan? Was this pre-planned, or was this a in the moment situation, alcohol induced?
It's got to be pre-planned. It's got to be pre-planned. I mean, I just think it is. I think there's pre-planning involved.
When the story comes out, let's keep it on.
I think it's a privileged kid. I mean, I do.
Do you think
it's a privileged
Charles
kid.
Bediako talked him into it?
No.
It's like I've never been able to get on the NBA floor.
No.
Would you go?
He got
for me?
close. He got close.
For all of us players who have been stuck in the G League, would you run out on the floor of the NBA
This
Finals?
kid's going to end up playing for Nate
Now
Oates.
that would have been funny.
This kid's
if
gonna be a
Charles
manager
Bediako had run onto the floor
Yeah.
during the middle of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, to get his message out.
Looking for food.
Look at me.
Yeah.
Look at what's happened to me.
That's right.
Ever since they made me leave Alabama, look at what's happened to me.
And then a good meal in a month.
Bart brings up a good point. This kid's going to be on Alabama. He's going to be a manager for Nate Oates at Alabama next year.
I guess so.
He's going to be rolling the balls out. Isn't that guy that was on the?
Yep. Sure
Nate Oates like, yeah, we rescued him.
Yeah.
Everybody deserves redemption,
right.
so we bring them to Alabama.
That's right.
Saban used to do it for all the coaches that have been fired. We do it for players that don't belong anywhere else.
Alabama
and
always
others.
been where you go to be redeemed.
And others. Speaking of Saban, here's a little bit of him on in this hearing yesterday. So this hearing is about what? Can you reset this for me?
Oh gosh,
it's about the
summarize.
It's about the Protect College Sports Act. That's basically the bottom.
Which
line.
is a bill,
the bipartisan bill.
Yeah.
That
coming
was
from the Senate,
co-sponsored by Ted Cruz and
what's her name?
Maria Cantwell.
Yeah, Maria Cantwell.
That senator.
It was on the tip of my tongue.
And she represents what state?
I have no idea. Washington State, yes. And so
Texas and Washington State.
Yeah. So they've come together.
Not the Cougars, the actual state.
They have come together to save college sports. And so they had testimony.
Is it going to work?
Well,
where are we with this bill? So
it's
yesterday
probably,
was about what?
Yesterday was basically hearings about the bill, but by the committee that's responsible for deciding whether or not it makes it out of committee and onto the Senate floor for a vote. That's the whole purpose, is basically to get input from people involved in college athletics and their opinions on the bill and what needs to happen, what maybe doesn't need to happen, that sort of thing. This is very typical protocol for a committee when a bill is introduced.
So here's Saban as part of this, quote, witness. They brought in, to your point, Bart, people to speak from a position.
You got to have some
experience.
Star power too.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got to.
Oh yeah, you bring in Hall of Fame type people.
That's right.
And then
it's all a show.
And then you got Gordon Gee.
That's right. It is all a show.
Gordon Gee, who's the kind of quirky president that's been.
I was hoping we'd never hear from him again.
He was at Ohio State, West
Quirky
Virginia.
is a perfect way to describe.
Very quirky.
He is
bow tie, kind of likable. Kind of
not really.
Like him.
I kind of like
well,
him.
it just depends on where he is in his beliefs and how yours align with his. But here's Saban talking about NIL money escalating.
Let me give you the history. My first year we had collective at Alabama, $2.7 million. Next year, $7 million. Next year, $10 million. I retired. Next year, $17 million. Next year, $24 million. Now you have schools that have close to $40 million rosters. If we continue to do that, we're going to lose Olympic sports. We're going to lose non-revenue sports. We're going to lose scholarships. And basically what's going to happen is you're going to have football and basketball succeed, and we'll have club sports for everything else.
That's Nick Saban on the escalation of NIL and the raising of money for players. And he's talking specifically there about football. It's interesting, if you look at the money and you do the math on how much like the highest programs earning in each sport, say it's $40 million in football, say there's a $20 million basketball roster, or just say 15. Then you go to baseball, and let's say it's, baseball, say it's like 6 million, 8 million. Then you go to women's basketball. Let's say it's 3 or 4 million. Then you go to women's softball. Courtney Deifel was on the show yesterday, said that Texas Tech has a roster of 3 million. I mean, you're getting to $60-70 million. If you're a $200 million athletic department, I mean, you're nearing half of what your operating budget is. That's like a 50% increase in costs that weren't there 2, 3, 4 years ago. And it's just, there's no regulation on it, so it's going to continue to escalate. Well, and the interesting thing is college athletics has always seemed like it had money. Universities have always seemed like they've had money. They've got reserves. They got all these things. And agents decided to exploit that and be like, yeah, you're going to pay my guy if you want him X. And then that continued to escalate and does. So every line item in the budget continues to escalate, whether it's the athletic director, the head coach, whatever. Everybody that gets hired is making more in most cases than the previous person in that position. And so when you have a business like that, that's not really a business in terms of you've got to sell something to make more money.
this is unlike anything we deal with in real life.
Well, and it's not just
real
coaches.
economics.
It's not just coaches and players. Everybody. You know, anybody, people you've never heard of, jobs you don't even know exist. When someone leaves and the next person's hired, he or she's probably going to make more money than the previous person. Or if they want to save money, they just eliminate the position. They don't hire someone to replace that individual. And
it's not based on a bottom line.
But
you know what I mean?
But, college athletic programs, at least the ones that we see, as a member of the SEC and the ones we talk about, the prominent athletic programs. Now, they're not broke. They cry poor, but they're not broke. Some athletic programs are broke. Some athletic programs are losing money. Some athletic programs are going to be left behind, and it's going to be names you have heard of. And a lot of people are wanting to make sure, essentially, it's not us. And by us, I mean, wherever you are. In our case, it's the Razorbacks. In some other cases, it's a different team. The idea that some of the programs out there couldn't make some changes within their operations and have a lot more money to work with, kind of, they could. But there are programs out there that are really facing a crisis. And they are either going to have to, make some real changes, or they're going to have to cease to exist. And some of them may get left behind. People talk about how the SEC and the Big Ten need to break away. That is the worst thing that would happen. That could happen, in my opinion. Everybody else would be left out. There would be no college football besides the SEC and the Big Ten. It'd be really boring after about 5 years. And I'm not sure we'd be in the group. So, people really need to understand what's going on right now. I'm not really sure, honestly, that me or any of the others really do. I mean, it's happening so fast. And you do kind of wonder, at least I do, 5 years from now, is it even going to resemble what we're talking about right now? I don't know.
Well, nobody seems to have a real handle on it. And so that's why because everybody's, again, representing their own interest. And so when it comes to how the sports work, plural, like football, basketball, baseball, Olympic, all these Olympic sports, when it comes to how it all works and how it's all put together, there has to be some sort of CEO, commissioner in charge of what's best for the game. And again, it's the same story we talk about. Everyone's got their own interest in mind. And where do you get, if it's going to be that way, where the people that have all the money are the only ones that can really succeed in this environment. And this isn't like level and equal everything out. This is, what are the rules so that we all can play by them? And right now, you can have as much money as you can get to put together a roster in any sport.
That's right.
So whatever you can raise for softball, Texas Tech, you can get that. Whatever you can raise for football, you can have that, and you can pay the players. That used to be cheating. And now it's like so you're going to have imbalance, not just imbalance in the top to the bottom, but there's like only a handful of programs in the country that can compete. So if there's 15 of those, let's say, those are the only 15 programs in the country that can compete.
Right.
And then we don't have the sport anymore.
No, and that's where we're headed. People, there's going to be a new league, there's going to be collective bargaining agreements and all this stuff. Are you really sure about that? How are we going to get there? Are you really sure those things are going to happen? My sense is that if the SEC and the Big Ten break away and form their own their own super conference or whatever. Again, I'm not sure we're going to be in that group. And secondly, I don't think it'll last.
If you need money and you need a new roof or you need a remodel, Teamwork Roofing and Construction can help you with financing. It's a new thing, and they've been doing it and helping people. They've been doing business, great business now for a couple of years, growing so fast because of the work they do and the certified people that they are. They got licensed crews. They are proud to be a premier certified contractor with both Malarkey Shingles and McElroy Metal Systems, and now offering financing like 0 down, 0% for 12 months, low fixed payments over time, no payments for 60 days. Maybe you need help with your deductible or the insurance company denied your claim. Teamworkbuilt.com is the website. Teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, built on quality and powered by teamwork. It's 6:33.
You know, I've got a lot more rhythm than people realize.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Getting the job done means tough and reliable equipment, and that's what WT Equipment is known for. A locally family-owned dealership with 4 locations across Arkansas, and always ready to help you get the job done. WT Equipment carries the brands you trust, like the legendary Bobcat and more. And they're offering aggressive pricing on skid steers and mini excavators. Whether you need equipment, implements, or powerful Bobcats, the friendly team at WT Equipment is ready to help. Visit WTEquip.com. Hey, it's Bo. What should you expect when it comes to a roof or a remodel? Here's Teamwork's COO, Brett Husky.
We make it easy. That's the first thing. Because when we looked at this, we felt like the process shouldn't be hard. And the easier we can make it for customers, the easier it makes it for us and for our people to continue to do business.
Teamwork Roofing and Construction, making it easy, and now offering financing. Log on to their website, teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, built on quality, powered by teamwork.
Hey guys, you're having a great show today.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
For every million people, we've got 2 NFL players.
Yeah, that's really bad. Among the worst in the country.
It'd be something to speak at to an elementary class about doing whatever you want. Hey, listen,
we've got what, 310 million people in
You could be one of the 6.
310.
You want to be one of the 6? Get started today. Push-ups. Let's go.
That's about right.
Meanwhile, Mississippi, a state with a smaller population than Arkansas, has about 14 NFL players per million people. So dug into the numbers.
Less
a little
competition in Arkansas if you want to grow up an NFL player.
Yeah. In the 1970s, Arkansas produced 42 NFL players. In the 1980s, 44. In the 1990s, 33. In the 2000s, 32. In the 2010s, 27. And so far in this decade, which is more than half over, 12. That's the ball game right there.
Sports are part of a small town's identity, not just in Arkansas, but throughout the South, throughout our country. When you lose that, your town loses an identity, and over time you lose hope. And I realize I'm getting in some areas people don't like getting into, and I'll live with that. But I've just watched it, and it is a byproduct. And I'm going to tell you something Ryan Silverfield's doing that I like. I like the fact that he's signing in-state kids. I don't know if they're any better than the out-of-state kids. I have no idea. We'll find out when they get here. But I think it's important for high school football players in our state to feel like they can come play for the Razorbacks. I think that's important. I think it's important for towns to see that. It's part of their identity. It's part of who they are. And you never know when one of them is going to produce the next Traylon Burks or somebody like that, or Darren McFadden or someone. But you got to put yourself in a position to get those kids and to have them out there in the first place.
I appreciate you saying all that. There's no better shopping experience than you're going to find at Macadoodles or at Guess Who in Bentonville. With an unbeatable selection, amazing prices, and service that's unbeatable, they've got everything you need. Roger and the team are always there to help.
I love it. I've been doing this for 53 years, and one of the things I love most about it is our customers. Part of what makes me love the retail business is just the interaction with my customers.
Macadoodle, just north of Bella Vista, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
Oakland is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oakland Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
When you're looking for tough, reliable equipment for people you trust, WT Equipment delivers. WT Equipment is a local, family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas, and they've built their reputation by carrying the brands you know and depend on. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, and Steel, they have the equipment and implements to get the job done right. Whether you're tackling a big job or everyday work, WT Equipment offers a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance, including compact track loaders, skid steers, excavators, and more. Their lots are packed and ready to move with special deals you don't want to miss. Bobcat is the industry leader, tough, reliable, and built to handle any job you throw at. Nobody does light construction or hay and forage better than WT Equipment, backed by trusted service and support long after the sale. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment location today or log on to WTEquip.com. Tools you trust and people you know. The Chuck and Bo Show on demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Catch up on all 3 hours with the podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show.
I am not a planner, and that's the problem.
How does that, this may be a little personal, sorry. How does that work in married life if you're not a planner?
Well, evidently not well.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
639. You can text or call the show, 877-377-6963. Bart asked me this morning, he goes, what do Arkansas fans care about right now? What do you think Razorback fans are talking about? I said, well, people have been asking me about the basketball roster, and we talked about that briefly yesterday, and they want to know about football. Like, what do you think of the new coach? Have you met the new coach? What do you think of him? How do you think this is going to go? And I wonder, as a Razorback fan, where you find yourself in today's climate. When you flip on the show on the way into work or whatever, and we're talking about all this stuff, and believe me, we don't love talking about some of it. Some of it's interesting, and some of it we kind of geek out on. But at the end of the day, if you want to really know what's happening, this is what's happening. And it will impact things like what you enjoy, which forever we have enjoyed college. Let's talk about college football. We've enjoyed college football because it's part of our tradition. It's part of what we have grown up with. And when the games come on Saturday, you can't wait. I can't wait for football season. I'm so excited to watch college football. Love to watch Arkansas games. That's become more difficult in recent memory because they haven't been as good. But when great games are on, I want to watch them. So where are we today? Like, how would you describe where you are as a Razorback fan? And maybe you're 65 years old, or maybe you're 25 years old, and those experiences are different. But where are you today as we sit here in the beginning of June and we look ahead to football season? Where are you as a fan?
See, I think that's an interesting question, and here's why. I think every sport needs their version of the hot stove league. You've got to have off-season stuff. You've got to have year-round conversation. I'm old enough to remember when football was not a year-round sport here, when we did not talk about it 365 days a year. We'd go through periods where it never came up. And it's different now. I mean, football and talk radio's had a lot to do with it, and the evolution of media has had a lot to do with it. But it's talked about a lot now. I can only speak for me. When your own team's not playing very well, I'm not as interested in the other games as I normally would be. When I look at college football right now and college sports in general, there is a part of me that is like when I watch what's going on the last couple of days, I'm disgusted by it because I think it's headed toward a cliff. And I just think that there are going to be programs, and I'm afraid we're going to be one of them, who get left behind. The idea that, your success rate in college sports is, I know budget's always had a lot to do with it. I'm not naive in that respect. But there are programs out there from a financial standpoint, if things continue to progress the way they're progressing, if you want to call it progression, they have no hope. They have no hope. They're not ever going to win because of the fact that if it is all tied to just strictly your financial situation, there's going to be a lot of programs out there that they may field football teams, but they'll never compete for championships.
Yeah, I mean, like, okay, you have Ryan Silverfield. Arkansas fans have Ryan Silverfield as the head coach now. If he were still at Memphis and we were still in the same situation we got Pittman or we got somebody else, but this is Arkansas, and they come up with a super league. And let's play this clip from the Notre Dame athletic director, and I just want to ask the question. Do you think Arkansas would be included in a super league? So, like, you're taking the top 50 teams, let's say, and you're going to have a super league. Would you include Memphis? Every Razorback fan would probably say no. Do you put yourself in the same category as Memphis? Every Razorback fan would probably say no. But if you look a little closer and how things have gone over the last few years, and we talk about, are you really one of the top 40 or 50 teams in college football anymore? Would you be included in this super league that the Notre Dame athletic director is talking about? Wow.
Yeah. Had a little short back there. Yeah, because, yep. I think you're back now. There you go. Nope, we got issues.
Yeah, let's see if it's the computer or.
Let me just.
No, it's that one. It's that particular clip.
Huh.
The one I wanted to go to.
Yeah, well,
all the setup.
it always works out.
But he was talking about, we're going to end up, if we don't change things, we're going to end up with a super league. Would Arkansas be in that super league in college football?
That question's come up from time to time over the last few years, and I've always thought the SEC was Arkansas' safety net. That would be the reason that they would survive. Not quite so sure of that, but by the same token, I keep thinking that cooler heads ultimately will prevail, but I am beginning to wonder when it's going to happen.
There's a point here that was made on text from Matt and Baldwin after the financial car crash that college sports is headed for, and it's coming. A lot of things will be easy to implement. So if we get to a crisis with multiple schools, then is it all of a sudden easy to fix it? You have that clip, Edward. Go ahead and play it from the Notre Dame athletic director.
I just feel like I don't know what's going on when I hear something like that. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it's kind of like, but if you take the best teams in college football and they just play each other, you get tired of that. Like, you need people to beat up on. You need somebody to have an opportunity for an upset. You need competition.
Do you remember when we thought all the bowl tie-ins to the SEC was going to be a great thing? I mean, this is going to be – we're going to know where we're going. You're guaranteed this bowl. I mean, being in the SEC, we got all these bowl games. And then all of a sudden, I guess we're either going to go to, Shreveport, or we're going to go here, we're going to go there. You've only got 2 or 3 possibilities is what I'm saying. Or you end up in Memphis, 4 or 5 times inside a 7 or 8 year period. Those games get old, is what I'm saying. You want something new. That's just how we are as fans.
Well, the other thing where I was thinking while you were saying that is you had an idea of what your future looked like one way or another.
Yeah.
We had a recruiting class that you talked about. We had a preseason that you talked about. And as the season went on, it was like, what are the stakes and what are you playing for? You're playing for this bowl or that bowl. And now you have no idea what you're looking forward to. We got to hit a break. 6:47. Good morning.
There we go. Here we go. Let's take some personal shots. You want to? Come on. Let's take some personal shots at him.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Great people, great prices, and plenty to pick from. You get it all at Fayetteville Auto Park. Acuras, Chevys, Hondas, Toyotas, even a collision center, all at one location. Shop new, used, and certified pre-owned. Plus, Fayetteville Auto Park has hundreds of new and pre-owned automobiles with big discounts starting at under $30,000. Shop our complete selection online at FayettevilleAutopark.com. That's FayettevilleAutopark.com.
When it comes to finding the perfect diamond, there's one name that stands above the rest in Northwest Arkansas. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. As the region's premier experts for diamonds, Blakeman's offers an unparalleled selection of brilliant stones, handpicked for their quality and beauty. They don't just help you find the perfect stone, they educate you on every step of the way. Whether you're planning a proposal, celebrating an anniversary, or simply treating yourself, Blakeman's is where your search ends and your story begins.
At Paschal, comfort and quality are well within reach. For over 50 years, homeowners have trusted them for world-class service. Every detail matters. Right now, get a brand new high-efficiency AC and furnace system starting at just $79.99, with payments as low as $100 a month. No shortcuts, no surprises, just Paschal quality at a price more families can afford. Same week installation is available, so click over to gopaschal.com to schedule. This is Chuck Barrett, and I'm so glad I chose McDonald Eye Associates for my recent cataract surgery. They took great care of me. You have to have good vision to be the voice of the Razorbacks, and I'm glad I trusted my eyes to McDonald Eye. I learned patients of all ages have a lot of options when it comes to modern surgery to reduce or even eliminate your eyeglasses. They've been taking care of patients for over 50 years, and that says a lot. So for your best vision, trust McDonald Eye. Online and same-day appointments at McDonaldEye.com. Don't be talking down to people, Bart.
I'm going to talk down to people when they're wrong.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Baseball taught me teamwork, dedication, and the power of community. That's why I'm teaming up with Paschal Pro Path to give back to charities that give every kid a chance to play. And right now you can pitch in. For every Paschal member signed up today through the end of May, Paschal will donate a portion of every membership to give back to youth sports. Become a member today, help give back in a big way. Pitch in with Paschal Pro Path and help support kids in your community. Join today at PaschalProPath.org.
Hey, it's Bo, and I had no idea how little I knew about insurance until my man James Boyette of State Farm started telling me. For over a decade, he's been delivering real value, not just the lowest price. That means helping customers find the right coverage for their life with personalized plans that evolve as life changes. Serving all of Arkansas and Missouri. If you're looking for a true insurance partner, auto, home, life, whatever you need, go to JamesBoyett.com. Looking for the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits? Macadoodles or Guess Who in Bentonville has you covered.
Having what they came down here for in stock on the shelf is very important. You're going to find everything that you could possibly want. I've heard customers tell me, Bo, over the years that they may be sitting around, somebody brings up some weird name whiskey, and somebody will chime in and say, well, if anybody's got it, it's going to be Macadoodles.
Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista at the state line, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
There's nothing like a day at the ballpark.
Cold Yingling Lager, first pitch. That's how you start it right.
From the oldest brewery in America, it's smooth, balanced, and built for baseball.
But you know how it gets out there. That Arkansas sun's no joke.
That's why you bring a backup plan.
Yingling Light Lager, crisp, refreshing, and ready when the heat kicks in.
Start with lager,
switch to light lager,
and stay cool from the first pitch to the final out. Proud sponsor of the Arkansas Razorbacks.
D.G. Yingling & Son, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple. When you win, you get to say anything you want. That's what sucks. When you don't win, the other guys get to say anything they want, and you just got to take it.
The Chuck and Bo
Bart
Show.
has updated us. It's June 4th. Breaking news, June 4th today.
All day.
It is all day, and it's National Hug Your Cat Day. So, you know, if you have one, I'm sure you are already hugging the cat. How many cats do you have? That show's coming later.
I've got two.
This
I've got two.
You've got two.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't have that on my
I didn't
bingo
either.
You didn't know that about
I
me?
didn't either.
I have 2 cats
And
and
I
a
did
big
not
dog.
know that.
And a dog.
And a 2-year-old.
Do you have a farm?
It's like a freaking zoo, man.
He's got a ranch.
He's got a
ranch.
zoo.
Those
Like
are
a
small
petting zoo.
ranch.
Nelson's in Harrison. Nelson, what do you make of the zoo that is college athletics?
Good morning, guys. Well, I think it is. It's a ridiculous zoo. It's like, what are you looking at here? I mean, everything that in life, you should have a point. You should have a reason to do it. And they're making it where that 75% of the teams don't have a reason to even participate. They don't have a point to participate. I mean, this is where you get with participation trophies and all that, and entitlement. It's like, well, this 25% of the teams are good. Let's keep them where they're at. Let them compete, and the other 75%, let's just leave them to the wolves. I think it's ridiculous. I think it's not good for the kids. It's not good for the schools, and it's not good for the fans, the people they're supposed to be trying to entertain. It's not good for them people. But now, where I am as far as Razorback football, yeah, last year I was disappointed, but I wasn't hopeless. We had Ole Miss beat. We had Texas A&M beat. We had teams beat, but it was disappointing the way it ended. Each game ended. And, yes, I was disappointed with last season. But I'm hopeful, and I'm excited that Ryan Silverfield, given time, but already with what he's done, he's infused our team back with Arkansas at the heart of it. I mean, those kids that he went and got, they weren't just wavering. They were committed to other programs that are decent programs.
Yep, you're right. He has done some good things early.
Did you know Chevy of Fayetteville is the #1 volume dealer in Northwest Arkansas? That means nobody sells more cars, trucks, or SUVs than Chevy of Fayetteville. They've been a part of our community for over 25 years. They're supporters of our local schools and the Razorbacks. And they're the best after the sale. An award-winning service and parts department, a waiting area, complimentary loaners. So go see Chris Mark in Denver and the team at Chevy of Fayetteville, inside the Fayetteville Auto Park.
Man, I love spending time at Big Creek Country Club and Mountain Home. The golf, the people, the hospitality, and the events they host always hit the mark. Members enjoy it all. They've got state-of-the-art practice facilities, dining, events, a big pool with a snack and beverage bar, as well as tennis and pickleball courts. There's no initiation fee, and for out-of-towners, a membership is only $185 a month. Big Creek Country Club and Mountain Home. Your home away from home.
I love talking about Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, and Bo's latest selling experience is a perfect example of why. Within 5 minutes of listing his home, Bo had a show, and just 2 days later, he had an offer. And just like my own experience with them, they took care of everything from start to finish. That's what you get when you work with a trained real estate professional. Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, has been turning houses into homes since 1978, serving Northwest Arkansas, the River Valley, and Branson. For more information, log on to WeicherGriffin.com.
Interviews, highlights, behind-the-scenes access, and so much more. Varsity Vibe is your go-to for high school athletics in Arkansas. Learn the stories of coaches and players in our Varsity Vibe podcast. See the biggest plays and the best performances highlighted on our social media platforms. And if newsletters are more your style, we've got that too. High school sports at your fingertips. Varsity Vibe, elevating the game.
I don't know if anybody else is having fun, but this is a blast for me.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Arkansas fans know that some things are just timeless, like a spring afternoon at Baum Walker or the roar you only hear at Bud Walton. Our friends at Blakeman's Fine Jewelry believe your milestone should be just as enduring as the Razorback spirit. They've spent over 35 years helping fans celebrate their big moments right here in Northwest Arkansas. Whether you're marking a graduation, an anniversary, or just a big Saturday in the SEC, let their teams help you find that perfect piece. This spring, go big, go bold, and go to Blakeman's in the heart of Pinnacle Hills.
We talk a lot about Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because our experience has been great. And Bo, you're going through it again right now.
For the second time. My son's a first-time home buyer. Him and his wife got a beautiful home. And for me, I just turned it over to them. They gave me a few things to sign, and it took all the work off my plate. And I just sit back and watch it happen.
That's what happens when you deal with a trained real estate professional. And that's what they are at Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can log on to WeicherGriffin.com.
At First Security Bank, banking isn't one size fits all. It's personal because everyone's financial journey looks a little different. From managing day-to-day spending, to running a small business, to helping your kids learn more smart money habits, or taking that big step toward buying a home. At First Security, you get the services you expect, the technology you need, and the real support of local people who live here, know the community, and take the time to understand what you're trying to accomplish. Life moves fast, and having a bank that moves with you makes a difference. Whether you prefer stopping by a branch, banking on the app, or picking up the phone to talk with someone who actually knows your name, First Security is there. They offer smart tools like mobile banking, bill pay, and mobile check deposit, along with thoughtful solutions like flex banking for kids, checking built for small businesses, and local mortgage lenders who guide you through the home buying process. Choose the power of personal. Bank better at First Security. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You and Bart are going to be rolling around in the home.
Okay.
No, let's not get carried away.
Well, that's a great topic.
You're putting
That is
many
a
years on me here.
Well, hold on, though. That's a great topic. You in a assisted living home, and you holding court, and you being pissed off at people. That's a great topic.
Bart's
What does
gonna have an
Bart
illegal
look like
pudding
at
racket.
86? What does an 86-year-old Bart look like in an assisted living home where he's in there holding court and telling people that he's going to run the place? He's going to run the place. And then, he's going to maybe get thrown out. Do people get thrown out of assisted living?
They do.
places?
They do. There are many, and I'm one of them. You've been through this with your parents, and I went through it with both my parents. You see some of the most incredible things, some of the funniest things you've ever seen in your life. And all you can do is laugh when you get in that situation. And I suspect Bart will provide a few of those moments when the time comes, and I hope I do too.
I can see it. Can you see it, Bart?
No, not right now.
Come on. That's way too far out for Bart. Bart did not think about that, right?
Well, yeah. I'm just talking about, you and dealing with people. And get out of my room.
Well, I mean, look, nobody wants to be invaded.
There will always be
the good part is you can say those things at that age and completely get away with it. I mean, completely get away with it.
Can you imagine Bart having a podcast in 86 and completely saying
The
whatever
whole
he
world's
wants?
going to hell in a handbasket.
Whatever he wants to say. Totally, kind of like the show, but you just another level.
Yeah.
Just on another level. The Chuck and Bo Show on demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Catch up on all 3 hours with the podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
I told you yesterday, he's like Mike Judge, the creator of Beavis and Butthead, a Rice graduate like myself.
You went to school with a guy who created Beavis and Butthead?
He was about 2 years older than me, Bo.
King of the Hill, too.
Mike Judge has no connection whatsoever to Rice University.
You guys are...
No.
If the guy wants to go through life thinking he went to college with the creator of Beavis and Butthead, what's the harm?
Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night, love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
At my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "Let's turn on the Chuck and Bo Show."
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, as Nelson was talking, I think a lot of people thought, that's kind of like how I feel. It's almost as though You're disgusted with what's going on in college sports. You're disgusted with what's happening in college football. And yet you're hopeful about your team. That's the essence of being a fan. You're hopeful about your team. Now, I don't know if everyone nationwide, Razorback fans or fans of other teams, your level of hope varies from year to year. I mean, let's be honest. Some years you're more hopeful than others. But generally speaking, I think we are hopeful. But when you look at college football in general, it's hard not to be disgusted. That's kind of where I am. And I admit that's a contradiction and makes absolutely no sense. But that's what we do as college football fans.
We just want what we used to have.
Maybe so.
We just want what we used to have. What happened? Who do you want to blame today? Where did this start?
Whose fault is it?
I think if you really want to go to like the issue, it's people taking advantage of things and getting what they could get that they saw a loophole in and exploited. And then somebody else did it, and somebody else did it, and somebody else did it, and somebody else did it. And they didn't realize one of these days, and they still don't realize it, we're going to look up and we don't have what we once had. We don't have the best, in my opinion, sport in the country, which is college football. And beyond that, college athletics. I've had opportunities to work in pro cities. I grew up near Miami. I could have been around there covering the Heat and the Marlins and the Panthers and the Dolphins. I find college athletics much more entertaining and much more interesting. That's just me personally. That's not everybody. Some people love pro sports. But for those of us that love college sports, the pageantry of it all, the excitement of you can have a recruiting class. The next year, that class, they're going to be sophomores. Another freshman class is going to come in. Then they're going to become juniors. And you stack a few of those together and you develop players, and your program had hope. And the only thing you had to overcome if you're Arkansas is the disadvantage of not having as many players in state. And then it turns into this portal thing. It's like, well, maybe that gives you a chance to get more players. But it is like a moving target. How much money do you need? And how sustainable, like if you spend $30, $40 million on your roster, do you have to spend $50 million next year? And that's all like we're talking about. And we don't know who any of the players are. But what have you done to this
now I'm not as
glorious
hopeful
sport?
as I was. 5 minutes ago I was more hopeful than I am
You can still be hopeful. We'll all be hopeful as we get towards the season. Just today with what's going on and all the stuff that's being talked about in terms of how to stop the train from going off the tracks. It's already off the tracks. What makes you mad as a Razorback fan, or what makes you excited? Or do you even know how to feel?
I don't know what to say.
Do you even know how to feel? Do you even know what to think?
Bart, what do we do? Whose fault is it? Who do we blame? Who do we get rid of? How do we fix this?
Don't be in the weeds. Like,
break it down.
Give us something a third grader can understand.
Yeah.
Look, it's a result of
whose fault is it?
It's a result of greed.
Yeah,
it's a result of greed.
Sure, it is.
By the power leagues, the coaches in the power leagues, the agents dealing with coaches in the power leagues. Everybody who just wants more and more and more money. That's whose fault it is. If you want to take it all the way back, that's why we're in the situation we're in. We're in the situation we're in because of massive coaches contracts and coaches being paid and players not getting a dime, and then leagues expanding to get more money. And stealing schools from other leagues and destroying conferences to get bigger media rights deals and make more money so they can pay coaches even more, and college coaches making more money than NFL coaches and NBA coaches. Greed. It all comes back to greed.
Gordon Gee, who's the president at West Virginia, he's been at a bunch of different schools, including Ohio State, said this at this committee hearing yesterday.
We've agreed to outrageous salary contracts, reduced the academic mission of being a student athlete, and abrogated too much power to athletic directors and conference commissioners.
And guess what? Jimmy Sexton is smarter than all of them. And he's fleecing every one of them at every turn. And that's where this all started. When we started paying ridiculous salaries to coaches. That was the beginning.
Like with all due respect to Kirby Smart or Kurt Signetti or any of those Lane Kiffin top-level coaches in college football, there is not a sustainable world in which they should be making $13 million a year to coach a damn football team. Think about that for just a second.
I understand.
How stupid is that?
Play the rest of the cut.
When it's a non-revenue producing situation. I'm not saying that sport doesn't produce revenue, but it is a non-profit organization.
$13 million, even if you're turning a profit, it's a lot of money for a college football coach. Play the end of that cut from
Gordon
Gee.
Gee. Yeah, here we go.
Let me just give you an example. College sports will lose over $5 billion this year alone. Think about that. The system must capture the billions in media revenue that college sports leaves on the table each year. College football already has twice the viewership of the NBA, but half the media revenue.
Now think about that. College football, I want to repeat that, has twice the viewership of the NBA and gets and produces half the media revenue. Now, that's leaving money on the table. That's leaving money on the table on steroids. That goes to one of the real issues right now that I believe is plaguing college sports. I won't claim to be, some skillful media rights negotiator. Certainly that's I can't sit here and say just do it like this. But I do know that your professional leagues, I've wondered forever, how does Major League Baseball do so well? How's there all this money? Nobody's watching. I don't know anybody that watches. I don't know anybody that cares about it. I don't. But every year, millions, hundreds of millions of dollars in profit. Well, because they know how to negotiate media rights contracts. And just as you said a minute ago, Jimmy Sexton's been, he's been making mincemeat out of these guys for decades. I think when you hear something like that, you have to wonder, has the NCAA, has college football, despite the fact that a lot of these commissioners are not afraid to act like they are the smartest guy in the room, do they really know what they're doing? Do they really know what they're doing? Are these guys really skillful media rights negotiators, or are we just all so overwhelmed by these large figures that we just think they know what they're doing? My personal belief is that you could go to the NCAA office and you could go to virtually every college campus in any of the Power 4 schools, and you would find millions and millions and millions of dollars that are being left on the table in terms of media rights, what they could be turning a profit from in terms of media. And I'm a simpleton. I'm a simpleton when it comes to this stuff. There are people who this is their life's work, and they're very good at it. There's so much money out there. When the NBA has half the viewership of college football and makes twice the money on media rights, whoever's negotiating the media rights deals for these conferences is not doing as good a job as they think they are. They're patting themselves on the back for all this money they're generating with no earthly idea that they're still leaving millions upon millions of dollars on the table. And that's coming, again, from a simpleton. Look at the professional leagues. You want to be like the professional leagues? Learn how to negotiate real media contracts, because as big as these are, they're not nearly as big as they could be.
Chuck, when you have a business and you go out of business, if you lose money, you operate differently. When you have something that masquerades as
I've gone out of business before. So.
If you're the NFL and you have owners and teams are owned by an individual or a family, and you have a business and you've got to turn a profit, you operate differently than when you're in college athletics. This is the history of college athletics. You run it like a budget and there's a business, but you don't go out of business if you lose money. That's why you lose $5 billion.
That's why you have all kinds of sports that are losing money, because it didn't used to be about that. You had an influx of cash to an athletic department, and that cash went to pay for all the sports and all the people involved with the sports, which excluded players in the past other than scholarships, and we had cost of attendance and all that. Now we've turned it into, oh, you need more money, so people are going to put more money in, whether it be private equity or donors, and the more that goes up, the more you want to return. College athletics and everyone in it, for the most part, has no background in business. For the most part, they are not business people. Athletic directors didn't come up learning how to be a senior vice president, a chief operating officer, a CEO of a company. That's not their background. And these are most of the people that are involved in college athletics. And who are they dealing with when you talk about media rights? They're dealing with business people.
Well, they're dealing with the best people in their field. I mean, you can declare yourself to be a businessman and still not be one, but these people are the top of their field. These are as good as it gets, and it's not a fair fight, apparently. Bart?
Yeah, no, it's not. So the SEC's media rights deal with ABC and ESPN, right? It's a 10-year deal paying $3 billion.
That's a lot of money. $3 billion. The NBA, for comparison, an 11-year media rights deal. Okay, now they have different entities, right, involved. You have Disney, NBC, Amazon. It's an 11-year deal, not a 10-year deal, an 11-year deal, so one extra year. $76 billion. 76-3.
That's no contest. That's a TKO.
With half the viewers.
Round.
With half the viewers.
Yeah.
Half the viewers.
Yeah.
It's all
half the viewers.
And that's just
it's
media.
Incredible.
Media rights is just a portion of this.
Yeah.
Right. It's how do you run a business and make it financially viable?
Right.
College athletics, again, has operated as a nonprofit for so many years. Like, we'll take the donations, we'll put it to good use. That's what they've been. It's turned into such an entertaining thing, and everybody wants more money.
Guys, I'm telling you, if to your point, Bo, sorry,
but you got to you either got to flip it to this business model, or you're going to continue to just take money from fans, and you don't know what's going to happen with it. There's no guarantee, except if you're a player. The only people guaranteed in this entire scenario, the only people are athletic directors, players, and coaches.
Yeah, they're all winning big.
If you get a head coaching job at a Power 4 school, you are set for life, and you don't have to win a single game. Just don't screw up morally with your contract and give them a reason to fire you with cause, because losing games is not fired for cause. Those are the only people that are guaranteed making money in this system, and we're all paying for it.
No, you're right. We are paying for
We don't get anything back. I'm not talking about buying advertising or, buying tickets. I'm talking about just giving millions of dollars. And we're still doing it in college athletics, where we're just putting a hand out and we're just asking for money. There are all kinds of innovative ways to create something that you get in return that also are not being executed, because this is not what college athletics is accustomed to. Eric's in Fort Smith. Eric, good morning. You're on the Chuck and Bo Show. What a wonderful show it is.
Good morning, fellas. What a wonderful way to start the morning.
That's why we're here.
It's terrible.
That's why we're here.
It is. We're just beating our head up against the wall.
Yeah, no kidding. It seems to me like college sports is turning into more of a business transaction than something that the state can rally behind and get behind. It seems like they want us to write out some checks before we come sit our butts down into the game. It's kind of unfortunate, but I guess that's the way the world is moving these days. I had a thought. I think it'd be a pretty cool idea. I mean, University of Arkansas has a business school. Why don't we just let the seniors have a extra credit project and see if they can't make the football team some extra money this year. Anyway, that's all I was thinking. I'll listen. I'll have a good rest of the
It's
morning.
time to put the business school to use.
Sam Walton School of
All
Business.
right. Can we
baby.
talk about something fun? Are we going to be any good at football this year?
Well, you know.
You said fun.
Yeah.
Well, seriously, how do you feel as a Razorback fan? Do you know how to feel? Do you have any idea how to feel?
I am hopeful. I am always hopeful.
Absolutely.
I am hopeful.
And when the games come on this Saturday, we'll be watching. But I just wish that, like, I just go back and think, how did we get here? And how we got here, I believe this is true. People started taking advantage of their own system, the system that they were in, coaches, agents, athletic directors, making as much money as they could make, which you can't fault somebody for that. But at the same time, if you don't have any concern for what's good for the entire game, and is this sport going to be here for people that come behind you, if you don't care anything about that, then it doesn't matter. But if you do care anything about that, you got to say, hey, listen, like, this isn't working. This isn't going to work. I love Saban. Like, I've got a lot of respect for Saban, but for him to sit up there having made as much money and all that when he did as the coach, I think I've seen people respond that this is disingenuous because this guy's made so much money and exploited the system while he was at Alabama. Then he got out. Now he wants to correct it all.
See, that was my whole feeling and is my whole feeling about this dog and pony show up there. It's disingenuous. I mean, you got a bunch of people up there.
I mean, Gordon Gee's made so much money.
You've got people up there that are millionaires upon millionaires, and they're crying broke. Whereas
good of the game.
Whereas college football fans who really, in many cases, are actually broke. They don't have $200 million in reserve, or even $20 in reserve. They're the ones that are living with the consequences, and they look at this and they. There's just such a disconnect. And I've said this before, college athletic departments don't understand how disconnected sometimes they really are. But there is a disconnect.
All right, 7:19, Chuck and Bo Show. If you want to buy or sell a home, you could be broke or making money, but Weicker to make sure you're all taken care of.
Well, you're right. They do. And that's they do the legwork. And that's what pros do. Like, Bo put his house on the market, and like before the day was over, he had somebody ready to buy it. And that's kind of how it works right now. If you've been looking for a home, I mean, you know that you better act fast. And Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, they're always ready. Whether you're selling, whether you're buying, if you are selling your home, they've got people that want to look, and they know where they are, and they bring them in, and they sell your house for you. If you're looking for a home, they're working as hard as you are to try to find you that perfect home. These are real estate professionals. They do this every day. This is not a part-time job. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978. They're in Washington and Benton counties, Fort Smith, Branson, and you can log on to WeicherGriffin.com.
I don't even know now. I don't even know what I was about to say.
We were talking about...
It's profound.
What were we talking about?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Great people, great prices, and plenty to pick from. You get it all at Fayetteville Auto Park. Acuras, Chevys, Hondas, Toyotas, even a collision center, all at one location. Shop new, used, and certified pre-owned. Plus, Fayetteville Auto Park has hundreds of new and pre-owned automobiles with big discounts starting at under $30,000. Shop our complete selection online at FayettevilleAutopark.com. That's FayettevilleAutopark.com.
Oakland is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oakland Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
For over 20 years, ProLand Title has been making title insurance easy for Arkansas families. Founded right here in Arkansas with over 45 offices statewide, our team of title insurance veterans will work alongside you every step of the way. They're independently owned, so their only priority is you. ProLand Title can say yes when others can't. Cheer for the pigs, close with the pros. Visit ProLandTitle.com to get a quote today.
Still searching for the perfect summer getaway? Mountain Home, Arkansas might just be your answer. Wake up in the Ozark Hills. Hit the White River at sunrise. World-class fishing, hiking, trails, kayaking, and when the sun goes down, it's the kind of quiet you forgot existed. 2 lakes, 1 great town. All right here in the Arkansas Ozarks. Check it out at enjoymountainhome.com. Mountain Home, Arkansas, where the outdoors is a way of life.
He's Chuck Barrett.
He's Bo Mattingly.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Customer service is a buzzword. People just throw it out there. What is it to you?
Showing up when you say you're going to show up, returning phone calls, providing the service that you promised to provide. Because, I mean, if we're all asking to get paid for what we're doing, we need to do what we're getting paid for. And do it with a good attitude and being responsible, not only responsible to show up, but responsible to the relationship.
A relationship you can count on from Clay Maxey and the folks at Teamwork Roofing and Construction. TeamworkBuilt.com. Built on quality, powered by teamwork. You know, fine jewelry is about more than just a beautiful piece. It's about the experience of finding it. I did that with Blakeman's. They are the official jeweler of the Arkansas Razorbacks. Blakeman's has been Northwest Arkansas's trusted destination for exceptional jewelry, providing our community with over 35 years of personalized service, world-class diamonds, and crafted custom pieces. Discover the difference of a true luxury experience at Blakeman's Fine Jewelry in Rogers. Blakeman's, where Arkansas gets engaged.
For over 20 years, ProLand Title has been making title insurance easy for Arkansas families. Founded right here in Arkansas with over 45 offices statewide, our team of title insurance veterans will work alongside you every step of the way. They're independently owned, so their only priority is you. ProLand Title can say yes when others can't. Cheer for the pigs, close with the pros. Visit ProLandTitle.com to get a quote today.
Imagine raising your family somewhere safe, welcoming, and genuinely beautiful, where the kids have room to roam, the neighbors know your name, and the weekends are spent on the golf course, the lake, or the trails. That's Big Creek Golf and Country Club in Mountain Home, Arkansas, a vibrant community with year-round events for all ages, world-class outdoor recreation, and brand new home sites now available for families ready to put down roots. Small town, big life. Visit BigCreekGolf.com today and get more info.
Never miss a moment of the show thanks to the Chuck and Bo Show on Demand, driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Stream the podcast version of the show on Spotify or Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show. My biorhythms were like screaming over the weekend. I'm not going to lie to you. I felt it the minute I walked into the casino Thursday night. I knew it was going to be well. I knew things were going to go well. I could feel it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
All right, we've been waiting to talk about this all day.
What's that?
Edward wants us to all get together and go to an estate sale over the weekend. The Pittman's estate sale.
I saw that.
And
We're at Sam Pittman's house. They're going to have an estate sale.
Do they have just that one picture that you saw on Instagram, or can
No,
you
I
click on it? Or are there a
screenshotted
bunch
the
of-
listing on Facebook is where I see estate sales.
Okay. Oh,
And,
do you look?
We're
for
all
estate
good
sales?
social
I
media
love
posting,
I
man.
love a good thrift store, a good garage sale.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Give us
Estate
some
sale.
things that you have uncovered.
Saturday morning,
Oh,
you're one of those
geez, I don't-
people?
No, not anymore because of the young child. But yeah,
As soon
at
as
one
he
point,
grows up, you're going to be back out there.
Oh yeah, he's coming with too.
Okay.
Get in the truck.
I did not see this coming.
I did not either.
Yeah, I love that kind of stuff.
I'm fascinated.
Yeah.
Do you see other 20-something-year-olds at estate sales? Are you the only one?
Oh yeah, no, it's a pretty popular.
It's a pretty popular thing.
So are you going to this one?
No, but I just I sent it because it was relevant.
Can you put in a bid from afar, or do you have to like
no,
be
I think
there?
it's an in-person
Okay.
sale. There are some virtual
I got
estate
you.
sales out there, but the Pittman home is.
Can you give me the link to the listing? Can we pull it up?
Yeah,
wanna see
I can send it in a moment.
I want to see.
But really,
what's
I
in
mean,
there?
I don't think I would personally go to this one. I would describe the items in it as like a Hobby Lobby chic kind of
high end. Are you
Hobby
saying
Lobby
high
chic.
end? Or are
Yeah.
you
So
saying,
like if you go into Hobby Lobby and
Huh.
you see the decor in there,
do they have the Christmas decorations up in Hobby Lobby yet? or is that July?
Oh, I'm sure they do. We're almost halfway through the year, so it's about
incredible. It's incredible.
Time.
I've told you
Did
about
get
going
the
to
link,
Hobby
Bart?
Lobby, Chuck.
Bart's got the
You
link
go
for
into
you.
Hobby Lobby as a single man, and you are in danger. Like there are people that look at you that you get more side eye in there. Like, what are you doing?
See, I think when you go in there accompanied by your wife or girlfriend, I think you just look broken when you're in there. I mean, you walk around and you just see all these broken
You're
men.
like a pet
that
was taken out for a walk.
Yes, you're just broken. And
Like the Chihuahua in the
yeah,
handbag.
I mean, it's a sad sight. It really is. I've been there.
I'd rather
I'd
be
played
in a
that
stroller.
roller. I would.
I'd rather.
Yes.
I just kind of want to get. Can you
Yes.
give me a ride in the cart? Like
That's-
if I could fit in the cart,
That's
could you
right.
push me
That's
around?
exactly how you
It's just
feel.
walking around in here.
Have you been to Hobby Lobby recently?
I mean, it's been a few months, but I
You
would
should
say in
go-
the last 6 months.
You
yes.
should go and check out the wall art they've got there. It's all AI slop. Like just everything is AI generated. All of the wall art they have. There's like these weird like cows and things with like weird looking faces and like people with like 6 fingers in the picture. Like it's
Yeah?
just bizarre.
Huh,
man.
really?
Wow.
Yeah. It's just
Hobby
bizarre.
Lobby.
Are they moving
Yeah.
that stuff?
Yeah.
I don't know who's buying it.
People
I don't
buying
know,
it,
but
huh?
it's
Yeah.
pretty bizarre in there.
Yeah.
Huh.
Wild.
So, anyways, the
Yeah.
estate sale. No, I won't be going. I thought when I clicked on the listing, it was going to be like a bunch of cool Arkansas stuff, maybe, but it's just a bunch of furniture from an
Stuff you'd
empty
put
home.
in just a house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Huh.
I mean,
I'd
perhaps
like to
Coach
see what's
did
in there.
sit on the couches and chairs.
Oh,
but-
yeah. Bart, did you send me the link?
It would be nice to like be in a spot where, hey, I'm gonna move out of this multi-million-dollar home, but
Yeah.
I just sell everything in
Yeah,
there.
just get rid
Yeah,
of
we
it
got
all.
our own stuff now.
Empty it out.
We got different stuff.
All right, I'm going Facebook here. So we've got some nice couches.
Well, I saw a nice a sectional on there. I think so.
That looks like the TV room. That's a nice couch. Yeah, there's a couple couches. There's a sectional. There's some leather. There's some non-leather. Oh, there's 41 photos. Oh, let's go.
Yeah, you could get lost.
I might go.
Wow, look
I
at
might
that
go
table.
to
Look at
that.
a nice round table.
Yeah.
Chuck, go pick us
That
out something for
chair.
the studio.
Okay.
Yeah,
all
go
right.
get us something nice.
All right.
Yeah, really. Let's
right.
I
let's
just see some like
redo-
Razorback bar stools.
Let's
Maybe that would be
redo the
appropriate.
studio. You know, if you asked me to design a house, I would tell you no, first of all. Secondly, if I was forced to and you came there, and you viewed my work, I think you would find it hysterical.
Well, yeah, me too.
I got
I
no
mean,
chance.
you have no sense of style. I mean, what were you thinking?
Look at that bed with 2 box springs on it. This is really remarkable. There's some art. The bar stools, the bar chairs look great. All the furniture
You
is
think
quite
there's any
nice.
like
There's a couple of Razorback stools right there.
That's what I just said.
Yes. Oh, okay, I didn't hear you.
You were lost
You said
in the
there was,
picture.
yes, I was.
was
Because I
focused
thought
on that sectional.
earlier you said that there weren't
Is
any
the sectional in
Razorback
good shape?
things.
Sectional look like it's
Yeah.
in pretty good shape.
I
Hadn't
mean,
been sat on a lot.
I've counted 11 or 12 couches so far.
Yeah, well, you know,
There is a massive
It's a big
amount of
house.
couches in this home.
I mean, it might be 6, not 11.
Some nice chairs.
Let's see what else we
you
got.
got a kegerator in there. Got any?
yeah. Any old cold beers in the
Yeah,
back of the
couch.
fridge.
A lot
Those for
a
sale.
lot of ottomans.
That'd be a cool move.
Lamps.
Garage fridge.
Now,
Any
what
beers
if
in
you
the
went to
garage
Sam
fridge?
Pittman's house? Okay, Sam Pittman said, let's say you lived out of town, Bart, Chuck, whomever. Hey, man, why don't you just stay with me while you're here this weekend? Walk into your room, and this is your bed.
Well,
How would
Let's
you?
see.
it's not how I would style a room.
Well,
but-
sure, he didn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know.
What does
Well,
that
I
look
mean,
like? Is it like a Victorian,
I
like
don't know. Every room has a theme. I'm
yeah,
sure.
every room
but
has
I
a
mean,
theme.
I don't.
That's got to be like a girl's room.
I don't
know.
know. I that's I don't know.
But no, when somebody invites you to stay at their house,
Yeah,
like
no,
you've never
I'm-
been there, and you walk into a room. I mean, clearly it's not made for you.
I'm sure somebody
but it's like, you
did
know,
the decor for the Pittmans, right? I'm sure
Hey.
they had an
That's quite
interior
the difference.
designer.
there's a little setup with shot glasses.
There's a lot of
Edward.
turquoise.
Do you see the shot glasses little setup there in
Yeah,
the corner?
I saw that.
Sasquatch in Mountain Home says we are proving the point that coaches make too much money.
Well, it wasn't on purpose.
Well,
But,
speaking of making too much money,
I mean, there's a lot of decor here. Wow.
Oh, big house.
How much money do you think they're going to bring on this estate sale?
I don't think I don't think those are shot glasses.
I think
by the
this
way,
is
I think
what
that's
we
a
need.
tic-tac-toe
This is what we
game.
need for
Really?
the studio.
Yeah.
This horse.
That horse?
Horse's head. It's like a marble horse's head.
Yeah. Well, that was.
Well,
Yeah, that's a tic-tac-toe game.
Well, not working anymore.
Probably very expensive
you got to
I
consolidate.
want to hear more about Edward in these garage sales, estate sales. What do you find? Can you give me a quick? We got to go to break, but can you give me a quick example of just things you find?
Something cool that you found.
It's been a while.
Yeah, well,
Oh, it has?
I don't have anything.
Did you like pick up a
like a
lawnmower
lamp or a horse
lava
head
lamp?
or like a lava lamp or a extra blade for a ceiling fan,
rug,
something like that.
It's been a while
Knickknacks?
since I've been out. It's been
Figurines?
I don't know off the top of my head. Let me
No?
think about it. Let me
Okay.
think about it.
Yeah, think about
Well,
that.
I mean,
You can get the job done there at that estate sale this weekend. WT Equipment can help you get the job done around your land. Yeah, I didn't see that
I
coming.
did not either.
They've got Bobcats. Bobcats are great for every challenge. Tough terrain, tight spaces, short timelines. WT Equipment's family owned, locally operated, 4 locations across Arkansas. Whether you're running a farm, managing a job site, or taking care of your own land, WT Equipment has the tools to help you get it done with trusted brands like New Holland, Hustler, Steel, and of course the legendary Bobcat. Get the job done. WT Equipment can help. WTEquip.com. See, this is what the Chuck and Bo Show is. You just show up and have coffee with you.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Life is better with community banking from First Security, where personal connections make a difference every day. Families get bankers who know their names, know their needs, and love to help. Businesses work with responsive lenders who make fast local decisions that help build success. And communities thrive with First Security because our team is rooted here too. Choose the power of personal. First Security. Bank better. FSbank.com, member FDIC.
Getting the job done means tough and reliable equipment, and that's what WT Equipment is known for. A locally family-owned dealership with 4 locations across Arkansas, and always ready to help you get the job done. WT Equipment carries the brands you trust, like the legendary Bobcat and more, and they're offering aggressive pricing on skid steers and mini excavators. Whether you need equipment, implements, or powerful Bobcats, the friendly team at WT Equipment is ready to help. Visit WTEquip.com. It's the Chuck and Bo Show. We're just kind of wading through it, figuring it out with you this morning.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
For every million people, we've got 2 NFL players.
Yeah, that's really bad. Among the worst in the country.
It'd be something to speak at to an elementary class about doing whatever you want. Hey, listen.
We've got, what, 310 million people in
You could be one of the
Arkansas?
6.
310.
You want to be one of the 6? Get started today. Push-ups. Let's go.
That's about
Meanwhile, Mississippi, a state with a smaller population than Arkansas, has about 14 NFL players per million people. So dug into the numbers
Less
a little bit.
competition in Arkansas if you want to grow up an NFL player.
Yeah. In the
Move to Arkansas.
1970s, Arkansas produced 42 NFL players. In the 1980s, 44. In the 1990s, 33. In the 2000s, 32. In the 2010s, 27. And so far in this decade, which is more than half over, 12. That's the ball game right there.
Sports are part of a small town's identity, not just in Arkansas, but throughout the South, throughout our country. When you lose that, your town loses an identity, and over time you lose hope. And I realize I'm getting in some areas people don't like getting into, and I'll live with that. But I've just watched it, and it is a byproduct. And I'm going to tell you something Ryan Silverfield's doing that I like. I like the fact that he's signing in-state kids. I don't know if they're any better than the out-of-state kids. I have no idea. We'll find out when they get here. But I think it's important for high school football players in our state to feel like they can come play for the Razorbacks. I think that's important. I think it's important for towns to see that. It's part of their identity. It's part of who they are. And you never know when one of them is going to produce the next Traylon Burks or somebody like that, or Darren McFadden or someone. But you got to put yourself in a position to get those kids and to have them out there in the first place.
I appreciate you saying all that. There's no better shopping experience than you're going to find at Macadoodles or at Guess Who in Bentonville. With an unbeatable selection, amazing prices, and service that's unbeatable, they've got everything you need. Roger and the team are always there to help.
I love it. I've been doing this for 53 years, and one of the things I love most about it is our customers. Part of what makes me love the retail business is just the interaction with my customers.
Macadoodle, just north of Bella Vista, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
Oakland is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oakland Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
When you're looking for tough, reliable equipment for people you trust, WT Equipment delivers. WT Equipment is a local, family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas, and they've built their reputation by carrying the brands you know and depend on. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, and Steel, they have the equipment and implements to get the job done right. Whether you're tackling a big job or everyday work, WT Equipment offers a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance, including compact track loaders, skid steers, excavators, and more. Their lots are packed and ready to move with special deals you don't want to miss. Bobcat is the industry leader, tough, reliable, and built to handle any job you throw at. Nobody does light construction or hay and forage better than WT Equipment. Backed by trusted service and support long after the sale. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment location today or log on to WTEquip.com. Tools you trust and people you know. The Chuck and Bo Show on demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Catch up on all 3 hours with the podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show. Are you owning the day? Like, if you're not, at that point, it's still early enough to get your butt in gear, right?
Can I point something out here? It's okay to drag in the morning. It's okay. I mean,
You're not helping this.
I don't care. We're not a self-help show.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Okay.
I got to tell you, there's a lot of good stuff on here.
There is a lot
It's
of good
not
stuff
for me to, like...
I call Coach and see if we can
Yeah,
get
it's not for me to advertise it or anything.
Well,
not without a
we
fee
have,
or something.
we have the Sam Pittman estate sale this weekend.
Wow.
The Pittman estate sale.
That's incredible.
Where can you find it? It is on, let's see. We got the, it's on Facebook.
It's on Facebook.
It is
where all the
Sisters
good stuff is.
Estate Sales Post. But the Facebook page is Sisters Estate Sale. And we're in the weeds now, so we might as well just tell you. Sale for Coach Sam and Jamie Pittman, 3446 North Horse Meadow Drive in Fayetteville, Friday 3 to 6, Saturday 10 to 3, Sunday 10 to 2.
I'm not an estate sale veteran, but I understand.
You want to go together?
Well, I mean, I'm not saying no.
All up
I'm not saying no.
I'll take you, Chuck.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Can you go do
Understand the significance of what I just said.
Yeah, that's what
I might go.
Wow.
And
Can you go do some social media, Evan?
Yeah, I'll ride along with Chuck. I'll help him load stuff in his big truck out there.
That would be
Do a
funny.
reel of Chuck on TikTok shopping
yeah,
Pittman's
shopping the estate sale. Yeah.
I mean, there's some nice things in there.
Can you?
How does this work, though?
And then
I
we
mean,
can go watch game 2 of the finals together.
I mean, it does sound like a big day. I mean, it does sound like a
Almost
big day.
too big.
What if you
Yeah,
got
Too big.
that's a lot of activity.
We got to call Coach. We got to call Coach Pittman and ask him.
Hey, do you
Just, hey, do you mind if we watch the
do you
game?
think he even knows it's happening? Do you
I
think
don't
he
think-
even knows it's happening?
I don't think he even knows.
Really, do you think? Hey, have you checked on that estate
Yeah.
sale up there?
Yeah.
I don't know that that's going to come out of his mouth.
I'm going to send him some screenshots and circle some things and ask him, hey, man, how much?
Yeah. What's your best price? What's your best price, Coach?
Before we,
Cash in hand. What's your best price?
before this goes out in the wild, wouldn't you want it to have a nice home?
I've got
Wouldn't you
cash.
want it to have, come on.
I'll take care
See,
of
this
it.
couch is $300.
I'll-
Would you do $250 on
Really?
it?
Oh, I bet there's nothing in there for $300.
You don't think so?
maybe a figurine over in the corner. I don't know how estate sales work. You do.
Yeah.
Can you find like let's say I'm just pulling figures out of the air here. Let's say there's something that's worth $1,000.
Yeah.
Can you go buy it for $200?
I think it's ticket price usually. Because it's a company who comes in and prices everything and handles it. So the actual owners
They
of the
appraise
object
I got you.
So it's not like you're haggling with an owner like at a garage sale.
Okay.
Maybe Clay Maxey knows. He's phoned in.
However,
he's at Oakland.
From Friday to Saturday.
Clay
you will
sold a
see-
few things in his day.
Yeah.
What are you gonna say,
I
Edward?
was from Friday to Saturday, you will see percentage drops over the entire sale. So it might be 25% off everything on Saturday and then 50 to 75% off everything on Sunday.
All
'Cause
right.
They want everything gone.
So I can't say,
Sunday's your day, Chuck.
I really like that sectional over there. I know it says like $1,500, but I'll give you $600 right now.
I would say most of the time no,
Yeah.
but I've never been to a head.
Clay, do
head
you have
ball
any
coaches.
experience with this, or should we have Heather on?
Clay's never haggled over anything.
You know, experience with the state sales, I've not got a lot of experience with that. I have sold a few things before, but I'm not a big estate sale guy.
Yeah.
Is Heather? Does Heather have any experience?
You know, unfortunately, I'm afraid she does, and that's why I'm hoping that she's not listening right now. That the Pittmans are having a sale this weekend because I feel like
It's
a trip
good
to
stuff.
Fayetteville-
It's good stuff.
Oh, hey, I'm sure it's good stuff, but you know, a trip to Fayetteville for me this weekend's just not. I don't have the time for that. But hopefully she's not listening.
Based on the invoicing, would you say that Heather got good deals at an estate sale or overpaid?
Oh, I mean, she puts it like, hey, it was such a bargain, I couldn't afford not to buy it.
Yeah. That's what they're going to make it feel like.
That oily rag was 40% off. I had to buy it. I mean,
Oh.
just, had to.
That
Absolutely.
wall art. You're at Oakland, huh? You're down there for meetings?
Down at Oakland, scoping things out. You know, it's such a really cool place. Even though the races aren't going on, you just feel like there's something to do all the time. And you know, yesterday I was asking you about where on location y'all do the show, because I was just with the staff making sure that the security was right. And
you just wanted to stand in that spot, didn't you?
Well, you'll never believe this, Chuck. One of the guys said, "Are you with the Chuck and Bart show?"
All right.
It took me a minute, but I say, hey, man, it's Chuck and Bo, but yeah, I get where you're going. But no, isn't this place cool, man? There's something to do all the time. The food's unbelievable. I haven't eaten anywhere but at Oakland since I've been here.
The Bugler, the Oak Room, you had both of them.
Buddy, I love it. And you know, I've had a steak 2 days in a row that, you know, top notch. This place is special. It's a lot different than it was when I was growing up down here.
That's what we tell people. Like, if you haven't been there in 4 or 5 years, you haven't been there. I mean, it's a totally different experience with the resort.
Totally different. Walked through the casino last night for a little bit, and man, it's just the bells ring and you just get excited. I got kind of pumped up, but Heather said it was time to go to bed.
Yeah.
That's Chuck.
Yeah, that's me.
Chuck says when Bart and Chuck and I are there, Chuck will say, all right, guys, I'm going to call it. And, you know, it's like 8:45, and Bart looks at me and he goes, that's BS. And the next morning, Chuck will come in with a big smile on his face. And he's like, well, I hit that machine over there at the corner right before I, went to the exit to go to the room. And what do you know? And, but he can never do it when he's with us. He's got to go off on his own and find his.
Gambling's a solo deal, man.
find his
Gambling's like, you got to
spot.
concentrate. You
Yeah.
got to.
And the Bugler's awesome, isn't it? With the view of the track right there, you can just sit there and look out the window while you're having dinner.
Oh yeah, and they got the the little outdoor sitting area out. It's just, man, it was perfect. Of course, the weather's been great this week, but I put a $20 bill in a slot for Heather last night. She hits the button twice. It puts out $113, and she gave me 13 back.
Well, that's big. Hey, you're a winner.
I didn't get that math, but it worked for her.
Well, that's what you're there for.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. Have you gotten a massage yet? Have you gone to the spa?
Bo, not a big massage guy.
No.
I haven't done that yet. The ladies all talk about how nice it is. I don't really have the attention span for a spa. I can't lay still that long, but
I'm with you.
There's plenty of excitement for me around Oakland.
Yeah, you just walk around. And that's me. I just walk around there. You just walk around. You don't have to do anything. You just walk around and take in the sights. It's amazing. Well, go to DeLucas tonight.
These bells ringing.
Go to DeLucas tonight and get the steak burger as an appetizer, and then whatever pizza you want. And you'll be glad. You'll be happy.
I love it. Well, you guys enjoy yourself at the estate sale.
Yeah.
And
we'll say hey to Heather when we see her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will. Thanks for checking in. See you, Clay.
All right. See ya.
That's our boy Clay Maxey. I'm getting text about this estate sale.
It's
big.
It's huge.
I'll take the bar stools. I've got that right here. Why don't you just send us a list in of what you want, and we'll go see what we can do.
I'm going to go.
Yeah, well, the Pittman estate sale this weekend in Fayetteville. Look it up. You can find it online. Do you have more opinions today? Do you have more things that we haven't gotten to?
Hell yeah, brother.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Did you know Chevy of Fayetteville is the #1 volume dealer in Northwest Arkansas? That means nobody sells more cars, trucks, or SUVs than Chevy of Fayetteville. They've been a part of our community for over 25 years. They're supporters of our local schools and the Razorbacks. And they're the best after the sale. An award-winning service and parts department, a waiting area, complimentary loaners. So go see Chris Mark in Denver and the team at Chevy of Fayetteville, inside the Fayetteville Auto Park.
Hey, it's Bo. What should you expect when it comes to a roof or a remodel? Here's Teamwork COO Brett Husky.
We make it easy. That's the first thing. Because when we looked at this, we felt like the process shouldn't be hard. And the easier we can make it for customers, the easier it makes it for us and for our people to continue to do business.
Teamwork Roofing and Construction, making it easy and now offering financing. Log on to their website, teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, built on quality, powered by Teamwork.
Man, I love spending time at Big Creek Country Club and Mountain Home. The golf, the people, the hospitality, and the events they host always hit the mark. Members enjoy it all. They've got state-of-the-art practice facilities, dining, events, a big pool with a snack and beverage bar, as well as tennis and pickleball courts. There's no initiation fee, and for out-of-towners, a membership is only $185 a month. Big Creek Country Club and Mountain Home. Your home away from home.
You're right, Chuck. You're right. You're right.
You're not wrong, Chuck.
Because
that's all I wanted to hear. That's really all I wanted to hear.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Baseball taught me teamwork, dedication, and the power of community. That's why I'm teaming up with Pascal ProPath to give back to charities that give every kid a chance to play. And right now you can pitch in. For every Pascal member signed up today through the end of May, Pascal will donate a portion of every membership to give back to youth sports. Become a member today, help give back in a big way. Pitch in with Pascal ProPath and help support kids in your community. Join today at pascalpropath.org.
Hey, it's Bo, and I had no idea how little I knew about insurance until my man James Boyette of State Farm started telling me. For over a decade, he's been delivering real value, not just the lowest price. That means helping customers find the right coverage for their life with personalized plans that evolve as life changes. Serving all of Arkansas and Missouri. If you're looking for a true insurance partner, auto, home, life, whatever you need, go to jamesboyett.com. Looking for the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits? Macadoodles or Guess Who in Bentonville has you covered.
Having what they came down here for in stock on the shelf is very important. You're going to find everything that you could possibly want. I've heard customers tell me, Bo, over the years that they may be sitting around, somebody brings up some weird name whiskey, and somebody will chime in and say, well, if anybody's got it, it's going to be Macadoodles.
Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista at the state line, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
There's nothing like a day at the ballpark.
Cold Yingling Lager, first pitch. That's how you start it right.
From the oldest brewery in America, it's smooth, balanced, and built for baseball.
But you know how it gets out there. That Arkansas sun's no joke.
That's why you bring a backup plan.
Yingling Light Lager, crisp, refreshing, and ready when the heat kicks in.
Start with lager,
switch to light lager,
and stay cool from the first pitch to the final out. Proud sponsor of the Arkansas Razorbacks.
D.G. Yingling & Son, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple. When you win, you get to say anything you want. That's what sucks. When you don't win, the other guys get to say anything they want, and you just got to take it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Bubba Carpenter's at 8:30. Where are we with Arkansas baseball? We'll hear from Bubba. Get his thoughts on.
Sounds like they're already out there.
What's going
the
on?
Portal's going. They're already out there working.
When's Phil Steele's magazine come out, Bart? When do we know about what's going to happen in the football season?
Not until July. Actually, I went back and looked through my emails last year to see when the appropriate time to reach out to Phil's people are. Last week in June is the reach out week.
You remember when preliminary reach out? Just let them know. Say, hey, we're going to be reaching out at the end of June.
They said, hey, follow back up with us the last week of June. That's when we're going to start booking stuff.
You remember when
did you already do the preliminary reach out?
No, that's from last year. I went to last
What
year.
if they've changed?
Man's been printing the same magazine for 30, 40 years.
Well, I was going to say, remember when you just called Phil directly? Hey, you just called Phil directly. Hey, man. And he was glad to hear from you and happy to have the opportunity to talk about his magazine. And now you got to go through his people.
You know what my first question is going to be?
What?
Has Claude helped you this year?
Yeah.
Has Claude helped you with the magazine? Because for years, he just had to do that on his own. Does he have any help?
Claude calls Phil Steele. That's how it works. That's the way it works.
When you ask Claude, he researches.
Claude was a little confused.
100% accurate.
Let me get my Phil Steele out here.
Tell me what's in Phil Steele's magazine. Claude can spit it out for you. But it has to. You have to have Phil Steele's magazine.
That's right.
To have Claude.
That's right.
But Claude and Phil Steele will they'll give us a preview in July of what we can expect this football season. What do you think that's going to be like? What do you think this whole what are you expecting for football season? Do you have any idea what to expect? I'm not necessarily talking about number of wins.
I think that's a good question.
Do you have any idea what to expect?
Clemson's not going to be very good.
Well, and we could go broad. We could go like just
their win total is 7.5. That tells me they're not going to be very good.
Do you expect Indiana to be really good again? Or do you think they fall off a little bit?
I think they'll be good again. I don't know what that looks like. Does that mean 9 wins? Yeah.
They won't win the national championship.
No, I wouldn't think so.
Would you put LSU?
I know who's going to win the national
championship.
Oh, you do?
Know?
Yeah.
Who?
That's a tease.
Oh, really?
We'll do that next.
We're going to do that in the 8 o'clock hour?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Wow.
Yes.
Bart.
Is LSU going to be in the playoffs?
I'll tell you who's going to play for it, too.
Your broadcast instincts are just off the charts right now. I mean, they
Nobody
really are.
can put together a tease quite like Bart. And I'm not talking just about the show either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Chuck and Bo on Demand is driven by the Fable Auto Park. I've heard the stories. I've heard them.
You know, I love talking about Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company. And Bo's latest selling experience is a perfect example of why. Within 5 minutes of listing his home, Bo had a showing. And just 2 days later, he had an offer. And just like my own experience with them, they took care of everything from start to finish. That's what you get when you work with a trained real estate professional. Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, has been turning houses into homes since 1978, serving Northwest Arkansas, the River Valley, and Branson. For more information, log on to WeicherGriffin.com.
When it comes to finding the perfect diamond, there's one name that stands above the rest in Northwest Arkansas. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. As the region's premier experts for diamonds, Blakeman's offers an unparalleled selection of brilliant stones, handpicked for their quality and beauty. They don't just help you find the perfect stone, they educate you on every step of the way. Whether you're planning a proposal, celebrating an anniversary, or simply treating yourself, Blakeman's is where your search ends and your story begins. Hey, it's Bo, and it seems like every day somebody else is asking me about the Sweatnum Edge. It's real. It's a new me. It can be a new you. It's completely changed my energy level and my exercise gains. My mind's clearer. I sleep better. Life's just more enjoyable. If you get drained in the afternoon, or maybe you just can't shake that weight, do what I did. Take the Sweatnum Edge. It's a free consultation. You get your results, and they'll give you a game plan. Just search the Sweatnum Edge or log on to SweatnumCosmetic.com.
Interviews, highlights, behind-the-scenes access, and so much more. Varsity Vibe is your go-to for high school athletics in Arkansas. Learn the stories of coaches and players in our Varsity Vibe podcast. See the biggest plays and the best performances highlighted on our social media platforms. And if newsletters are more your style, we've got that too. High school sports at your fingertips. Varsity Vibe, elevating the game.
I don't want Lane Kiffin at LSU. I want weird stuff going on.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Arkansas fans know that some things are just timeless, like a spring afternoon at Baum Walker or the roar you only hear at Bud Walton. Our friends at Blakeman's Fine Jewelry believe your milestone should be just as enduring as the Razorback spirit. They've spent over 35 years helping fans celebrate their big moments right here in Northwest Arkansas. Whether you're marking a graduation, an anniversary, or just a big Saturday in the SEC, let their teams help you find that perfect piece. This spring, go big, go bold, and go to Blakeman's in the heart of Pinnacle Hills.
We talk a lot about Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because our experience has been great. And Bo, you're going through it again right now.
For the second time. My son's a first-time home buyer. Him and his wife got a beautiful home. And for me, I just turned it over to them. They gave me a few things to sign, and it took all the work off my plate. And I just sit back and watch it happen.
That's what happens when you deal with a trained real estate professional. And that's what they are at Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can log on to WeicherGriffin.com.
At First Security Bank, banking isn't one size fits all. It's personal because everyone's financial journey looks a little different. From managing day-to-day spending, running a small business, to helping your kids learn more smart money habits, or taking that big step toward buying a home. At First Security, you get the services you expect, the technology you need, and the real support of local people who live here, know the community, and take the time to understand what you're trying to accomplish. Life moves fast, and having a bank that moves with you makes a difference. Whether you prefer stopping by a branch, banking on the app, or picking up the phone to talk with someone who actually knows your name, First Security is there. They offer smart tools like mobile banking, bill pay, and mobile check deposit, along with thoughtful solutions like flex banking for kids, checking built for small businesses, and local mortgage lenders who guide you through the home buying process. Choose the power of personal. Bank better at First Security. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You and Bart are going to be rolling around in the home.
Okay.
No, let's not get carried away.
That's a great topic.
You're putting
That is a
years on me here.
Oh, hold on, though. That's a great topic. You in a assisted living home, and you holding court, and you being pissed off at people. That's a great topic.
Bart's
What does
gonna have an
Bart
illegal
look like
pudding
at
racket.
86? What does an 86-year-old Bart look like in an assisted living home where he's in there holding court and telling people he's going to run the place? He's going to run the place. And then, he's going to maybe get thrown out. Do people get thrown out of assisted living?
They do.
places?
They do. There are many, and I'm one of them. You've been through this with your parents, and I went through it with both my parents. You see some of the most incredible things, some of the funniest things you've ever seen in your life. And all you can do is laugh when you get in that situation. And I suspect Bart will provide a few of those moments when the time comes, and I hope I do too.
I can see it. Can you see it, Bart?
No, not right now.
Come on. No, that's way too far out for Bart. Bart should not think about that. Right?
Oh, yeah. I'm just talking about, you and dealing with people. And get out of my room.
Well, I mean, look, nobody wants to be invaded.
There will always
Well,
be
the good part is you can say those things at that age and completely get away with it. I mean, completely get away with it.
Can you imagine Bart having a podcast at 86 and completely saying whatever
The whole
he
world's
wants?
going to hell in a handbasket.
Whatever he wants to say. Totally, kind of like the show, but you just another level.
Yeah.
Just on another level. The Chuck and Bo Show on demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Catch up on all 3 hours with the podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
Arkansas's foundation is very good.
Yes.
And I'm going to compare where they are right now to where baseball was 20 years ago. Dave Van Horn's first team to Omaha went 2 and out, but it wasn't the last time they went. I think they've built a foundation.
You know, this is a program that kind of hit the wall over and over and over again, and then finally broke through and got to Oklahoma City for the first time. My personal belief is that the floodgates are going to open.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night, little guy to jail.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
At my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "Let's turn on the Chuck and Bo Show."
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
Giving a couple gift cards away to Fish City Grill. Got a $100 gift card, a $50 gift card. Just go to chuckandboshow.com and
Nice
sign
prize.
up. It's a great
I was
restaurant.
thinking about that yesterday.
Be a great dinner.
Yeah, it would be.
Great lunch.
Would be.
Go with friends. It's in Rogers, Fish City Grill. chuckandboshow.com to sign up. Today is National Hug Your Cat Day. Edward said he has 2. He's going to have 1 on each arm. It's also National Cheese Day and National Chuck's favorite cognac.
Yeah, cognac day. I do love a good cognac.
It's 8:03.
What's your favorite cheese? Real quick. Just real quick.
I mean, I don't really have a favorite.
Gouda.
Gouda's good. I like
Fancy.
pepper
Love a good
jack.
Gouda.
Swiss is good.
Swiss and
Cheddar's
sharp
fine.
Sharp
cheddar.
is
Sharp
probably my
That's
number
good.
one.
Yeah.
Number
there you
1.
go.
Numero uno.
What's your favorite candy?
Peanut M&Ms.
Peanut M&Ms.
Yeah.
You can't stop eating peanut M&Ms. You can't. Like you get a handful.
Oh, I know.
And you're going right back.
Peanut butter M&Ms are better.
No, I don't.
I don't deal in what's better, but they're both good. But peanut M&Ms are my favorite.
Bart's going to tell us who's going to win the national championship in football, but we're going to take some calls first.
Are we? Okay.
Yeah, Joe's in Fort Smith. Joe, good morning. You're on the Chuck and Bo Show.
That's a tease.
That's another tease.
Hey, good morning,
Hey,
guys.
Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, so I asked ChatGPT, if you'll give me about 60 to 70 seconds, I asked ChatGPT what the odds are of Arkansas being included in a 40-team football-only super conference. I said, give me the best case or the best reasons for, the best reasons against, and then what ChatGPT thinks the odds would be either way. So the best reasons for getting in: huge SEC television inventory, strong fan support regardless of record, entire state following, strong road attendance and TV draw, long history in major college football. Arguments against: few elite seasons in the last 15 to 20 years, no modern national title, usually not a playoff contender, but that's actually never a playoff contender. Programs like Clemson, Florida State, Miami, Oregon have stronger recent football resumes. My best estimate for a football-only 40-team Super League: Arkansas gets in 50 to 60%. Arkansas misses 40 to 50. If you forced me to choose one side, I'd say Arkansas barely gets in, not because of recent wins, but because TV executives know how Razorback fans show up, watch games, and generate revenue, even when the team isn't winning 10 games a year. That's a valuable trait in a league built around television money. My personal ranking would put Arkansas around 35th to 38th most likely invite, which is right on the bubble, but still inside a 40-team field. So
that's interesting.
Just what do you guys?
I like that you did that. Thank you for sharing that. I find that really interesting. And I'll tell you, the most interesting thing to me about that is the best thing Arkansas football has going for it is his fan base.
Arkansas has been able. We were talking about media rights stuff a little bit earlier, and it's because of the people doing it. Arkansas has always done very well, comparatively speaking, in terms of some of the other SEC schools in sales, advertising, things of that nature. They've always done very, very well there. And part of it is, a lot of it is, because we are essentially a one-team state. I know people get mad when you say that at other schools, and it's not to say that there aren't fans of those schools. There are. We're all pulling for UALR, at least most of the people I know pulling for UALR Friday, for example. But the Razorbacks are the team that love them or hate them. I mean, they're the ones that dominate the conversation in our state. So Arkansas has done well in that regard, comparatively speaking. But it's it's not going to get any easier.
I do, but there is value in the Arkansas fan base.
There's no
like
question.
There's a huge
Right.
value,
right?
And to me, that's something you have going for you. And now we need the people, that are in charge of, I'm talking about the governor all the way through the system, the board of trustees. We need that. I know it's like a pipe dream, but it's like alignment for what you have. You are sitting on, if you are in charge of the Razorbacks, and I'm not just talking about Hunter, I'm talking about everybody involved. You are sitting on an incredible fan base. Like, you have that resource. And how it's handled and how it's presented and how you get this thing going again is going to be obviously something that has to be figured out. But it's there. And not everybody has that.
I do think the overall assessment, though, that if you were to go to 40 teams, would Arkansas make the cut?
50-50 chance, basically.
Barely is what I've always thought, just to be very honest. If there were a top 40, would Arkansas make the cut? My thought has always been barely. Yes, but barely. And there's nothing that's changed my mind.
But we got to get this figured out.
But I don't think that's going to happen.
Where we're not.
Just for the record, I don't think that's
super
going to
conference.
happen. I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's talk. I think it's always been talk. It can never be approved. It's not a question of is it a good idea. It's a question of will it be approved. It's not going to be approved, and you can't just break away.
What if you sue somebody?
Oh, there's going to be lawsuits. I'm sure there will be lawsuits, but I think when people throw up their hands and say, "Well, let's just break away," that's not a well thought out.
I think it's short-sighted.
It's very short-sighted
to say that,
and it's not well thought out. That's why I don't think it will happen.
Melvin, where are you calling from this morning?
Sardis, Mississippi, baby.
Good morning.
No, I got that stuff I told you the other day is coming to be more and more true about Dave Van Horn and Hunter not getting along. What is Hunter's?
What are you talking about there? Why are you saying they're not getting along? What are you hearing?
Okay.
What are you hearing?
Van Horn, all right. Van Horn had to go out and hire Jimmy Sexton because he didn't feel like he was being treated right. He never had to do that until a year and a half ago. Have you heard that story? Or is that wrong?
Well, I've heard that he hired Jimmy Sexton.
Jimmy Sexton's his agent, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. He just all of a sudden had to do it because he wasn't getting treated right, what was reported by your colleagues. All right? And another thing is why do the coaches have to go out and panhandle for money? What does Yurichek's job? And he's supposed to get the money coming in? He lets boosters hire coaches and bring in quarterbacks. Another sponsor brought in Coach Calipari, and now they got to come around panhandling. Got to go out and get their own money.
It needs to be somebody else's money, doesn't it, Melvin? It needs to be somebody else's money, doesn't it?
No, I don't think it's right. I don't think it's right at all. I don't like paying players, if you really want to know the truth, at all.
Well, I'm not the
fair.
biggest fan of it either, Melvin, but that's the system that we have now. They didn't ask us what we thought when they voted on this. This is the system we have now. Now, I understand you being frustrated about that. I'm frustrated about it too. But
Hunter's the problem.
Well,
what I'm frustrated
that's easy to say. That's easy to say. And I know that there are a lot of people that do think that. I get out. I understand what people are saying. But, Melvin, you're trying to invent something right here. I mean, you're just talking.
No,
you're just
your
talking.
colleague said that, Chuck.
Huh? Who did?
Are you going to call Mike Irwin and John Neighbors and those people liars?
I'm
If
not
you do,
calling.
come on
I'm
TV
not
right
calling him anybody a liar, Melvin. I'm saying
well,
that you're
I
just.
Get my information.
You're just
Don't say
talking.
I'm inventing it.
I'm saying you're talking out of your rear end. That's what I'm saying.
Well, when you hear
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, and
I'm putting it kindly when I say rear end.
What would make you think that they know?
Well, what makes me think that y'all know? I just hear
That's a
what
good
I
question.
hear.
That's a good question. What would make you think that we would know or anybody else would know? Like what's the difference in somebody? Hold on, Melvin. Hold on. What is the difference between somebody knowing and somebody not knowing? So one person walks up to you and says something. Another person walks up to you and says the same thing. What's the difference in one person that you believe and one person that you don't know if it's true? What's the?
Well,
You tell me what the difference is.
Well, what I don't believe is I am repeating what these folks have reported.
Okay, well, hold on right there then. Hold on. Did you hear? Did you
am-
hear this report, Melvin? Did you hear this
But
one?
what if that is a smokescreen that I was told? What if what I was told isn't correct?
Well, Chuck, you called me a liar.
I'm not calling you a liar, Melvin.
You said I invented this. I didn't invent it.
Okay, all right. I can't compete
What
with that
is
kind
that?
of logic. I can't compete with this kind of logic. I just can't.
What's okay? So Melvin, your entire premise of the call is there's a problem with Hunter because, in your opinion, based on what you've heard from.
But what if that is a smokescreen that I was told? What if what I was told isn't correct?
There's a problem between Hunter and DVH is what you've heard, and so therefore you think everything's Hunter's fault.
Well, what I'm saying is what else has been reported is every program up there is lacking the funding to do what we want done. There's no money.
Okay, so if you were the athletic director, what would you do?
I try to figure out a way to get a great player at a better price. Not, we're scraping on and getting the bottom of the pan, the burnt stuck on stuff as players right now. And you look at the money they're spending and look at the record they're fixed to have. All I'm saying, I'm frustrated with Hunter not being able to go out there and get more, since that's what we got to have nowadays. It's very frustrating.
I get it.
And the
I get it.
got to do that.
I get it, but do you think they're not trying?
Well, Bud, I don't understand why. Do you think that when Calipari and Coach Van Horn retire, that you're going to be able to get somebody else that's got the pool they got right now to keep that what they're getting?
I don't know. You're talking about two Hall of Famers.
That's what I'm talking about. When they're gone, what you got? Another Sutherfield?
Well, we don't know how Silverfield's going to do, but he did pretty well at Memphis.
That's a total different ball game. Total bit different ball game. And okay, it's just like a guy on ESPN reported. We're not going to be able to keep good players here because the other guys got more money and they're going to buy them and take them with them. It's a never-ending hassle over this money deal.
So what's the answer, Melvin? What's the answer?
I ain't got the answer, Chuck. I listen to you for the answer.
Well, then you're in trouble. Yeah, well, I'm just saying. You've got it figured out.
I think we're in trouble.
Oh, well, break some news.
Yeah, well, I think most people are. Like, I think you're talking about 85, 95% of college football.
That's about right from what they said.
But I will say, Arkansas is winning at a lot of sports. They're just not winning in football.
And there's no argument here. I wouldn't spend that much more money on a losing football program. I'd keep the ones that are doing good, doing great. That's another thing.
So
wasting money on that football team to put it on the basketball and the baseball team. That's what we got. Hall of Famers in place right there.
So you think if they'd had more money, they'd have won up in Kansas, right?
From what, again, the smoke screen, I'm inventing it. They did lose players on that baseball team because they didn't have enough funding, is what was reported.
Well, everybody out there loses players sometimes in the NIL process. My point is that I don't think Arkansas lost up at Kansas because they got out NIL'd by Kansas. I don't think that's the reason they lost.
Well, it didn't look like that to me either. And that JUCO route, that looks like that might be a cheaper route to get players. from what was Kansas supposed to be made up of JUCOs, most all of them was, and that way they said that they could afford it. I don't have not one answer, except for there ought to be a deal all across America that you can only pay the football team and the basketball team so much.
Unless they're good.
Now, you divide it up and give it to them how you want to, but that's all you can do, so we can stay in the ball game, and we do have a chance. They was talking about how the Big 12, and I don't know all this realignment and everything, they develop a great player. He's gone to the Big 10 or the SEC. Gone. Now, how are we going to feel when that happens to us?
Thank you, Melvin. Thoughtful call. Brian and Ozark. This ought to be good.
Back to back.
Brian.
Yeah, what's going on?
You tell me, Brian.
I don't know. That guy's kind of like me.
Well, you guys should get together. You guys should have crack some peanuts.
No,
together.
I'm actually trying to get over the negativity, but I do want to ask you something that I read yesterday. I'm sure you probably read the Athon Sports Report a little bit. Have you seen any of that?
No, I'm not sure what you're talking about.
The magazine.
Yeah, I know that, but I don't know what report you're talking about.
Okay, well, I mean, they came out with ranking these football programs and stuff, and SEC.
Yeah.
I mean, Arkansas is picked 16th.
Yeah.
Their quarterback is 16th.
Yeah.
Everything is at the very bottom except their offensive line is probably the best thing at number 11.
Okay.
Which is one spot above Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's a good thing. That's a good thing for Arkansas. I mean, do you buy into that?
Not really.
You think that's where Arkansas is?
These are the preseason magazines are rarely. I mean, there's some accuracy, but I don't. If you go back and re-rank teams afterwards, you'll find a lot of differences from the preseason magazine. And in today's world, it's so hard to know with the portal classes, what something's going to be like. You're just going on. The preseason magazines are all based on the past. Like, they don't have any idea whether KJ Jackson will be any good at quarterback or not. To rank him 16th versus ranking him 8th, how would you do that? Only based on previous seasons, which he hasn't really played much.
Right. He did look good. I'll say, look good against Texas and mop-up duty, but that game was already over, so
yeah.
I don't know if that even mattered.
Yeah.
But I think I got one more question. I'll get off.
Are you sure? Because we could end this right now, and it's the best call you've ever made to the show. Are you sure you want to go one more place?
I'm 50-50 on that because I'll probably get criticized on that too.
Well, let me just solve it for you. We'll be right back. Chuck and Bo, good morning.
Just get it together, people. You obviously are completely incompetent. I'm so sick of the morons, man.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Oakland is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oakland Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Great people, great prices, and plenty to pick from. You get it all at Fayetteville Auto Park. Acuras, Chevys, Hondas, Toyotas, even a collision center, all at one location. Shop new, used, and certified pre-owned. Plus, Fayetteville Auto Park has hundreds of new and pre-owned automobiles with big discounts starting at under $30,000. Shop our complete selection online at FayettevilleAutopark.com. That's FayettevilleAutopark.com.
Looking for the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits? Macadoodles or Guess Who in Bentonville has you covered.
Having what they came down here for in stock on the shelf is very important. You're going to find everything that you could possibly want. I've heard customers tell me, Bo, over the years that they may be sitting around, somebody brings up some weird name whiskey, and somebody will chime in and say, well, if anybody's got it, it's going to be Macadoodles.
Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista at the state line, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
This is Chuck Barrett, and I'm so glad I chose McDonald Eye Associates for my recent cataract surgery. They took great care of me. You have to have good vision to be the voice of the Razorbacks, and I'm glad I trusted my eyes to McDonald Eye. I learned patients of all ages have a lot of options when it comes to modern surgery to reduce or even eliminate your eyeglasses. They've been taking care of patients for over 50 years, and that says a lot. So for your best vision, trust McDonald Eye. Online and same-day appointments at mcdonaldeye.com.
Hey, I'm sorry if this makes too much sense. I am more than happy to hear where I'm off on this.
The Chuck and Bo Show. Customer service is a buzzword. People just throw it out there. What is it to you? Showing up when you say you're going to show up, returning phone calls, providing the service that you promised to provide. Because, I mean, if we're all asking to get paid for what we're doing, we need to do what we're getting paid for. And do it with a good attitude and being responsible, not only responsible to show up, but responsible to the relationship.
A relationship you can count on from Clay Maxey and the folks at Teamwork Roofing and Construction. TeamworkBuilt.com. Built on quality, powered by teamwork. You know, fine jewelry is about more than just a beautiful piece. It's about the experience of finding it. I did that with Blakeman's. They are the official jeweler of the Arkansas Razorbacks. Blakeman's has been Northwest Arkansas's trusted destination for exceptional jewelry, providing our community with over 35 years of personalized service, world-class diamonds, and crafted custom pieces. Discover the difference of a true luxury experience at Blakeman's Fine Jewelry in Rogers. Blakeman's, where Arkansas gets engaged.
For over 20 years, ProLand Title has been making title insurance easy for Arkansas families. Founded right here in Arkansas with over 45 offices statewide, our team of title insurance veterans will work alongside you every step of the way. They're independently owned, so their only priority is you. ProLand Title can say yes when others can't. Cheer for the pigs, close with the pros. Visit ProLandTitle.com to get a quote today.
Imagine raising your family somewhere safe, welcoming, and genuinely beautiful, where the kids have room to roam, the neighbors know your name, and the weekends are spent on the golf course, the lake, or the trails. That's Big Creek Golf and Country Club in Mountain Home, Arkansas, a vibrant community with year-round events for all ages, world-class outdoor recreation, and brand-new home sites now available for families ready to put down roots. Small town, big life. Visit BigCreekGolf.com today and get more info.
Never miss a moment of the show thanks to the Chuck and Bo Show on Demand, driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Stream the podcast version of the show on Spotify or Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show.
By the way, good morning. We just kind of jumped in, and we're coffee deep. And hey, everybody,
Morning, Bart.
welcome in.
Edward.
Hope I smell the bacon cooking. It's going to be a good day.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Oh, Mark's a little miffed that Melvin stole his thunder.
Yeah. I can't believe you think that team's going to win the national championship,
how about
Bart.
that?
Who's going to win the national championship, Bart?
I can't believe
Yeah.
it. That was a heck of a pick.
Yeah, well, I mean, look.
Bart, who is? Who you said you know?
Who's going to win?
You said you've got
Come on,
you've already
tell us.
circled the college football
Who's
national
gonna play for
championship.
it?
No,
And who's going to play for it?
Come
Who's it
on.
going to be?
I do think so. So there are a couple of things that I've considered, teams I've considered. Ohio State is loaded.
Yeah.
They have they have an incredible team. Offensive line maybe a little suspect. I don't really trust Julian Sayin.
Yeah.
And their schedule's a little tougher than it has been in recent years.
And
so I'm crossing them off the list.
Oh.
Indiana, they're not going to repeat as national champions. They're going to play a tougher schedule.
Hot takes.
I don't think that what they've done replaces Fernando Mendoza. I think look, number one NFL draft pick. They don't have a number one NFL draft pick at quarterback this year, and that'll ultimately be what happens to them. I do think an SEC team is going to play for the national championship. I think it's going to be, unfortunately, Texas. I'm expecting Arch Manning to take a jump. Texas's schedule, when you really stop and look at it, they've got that Ohio State game at home in week 2, but the rest of the schedule is really just not that difficult. And so
Is Arkansas on it?
Yes. Second to last game of the season.
There's a chance right there.
No. I think Texas is going to play for the national title. I like that Arch Manning's back. I think he's going to take a big jump from last year, his first year as a starter, to this year.
Okay.
And then I'm going with another team with a returning elite quarterback to win the national championship that also doesn't necessarily play that difficult of a schedule this year, and that's Notre Dame. Notre Dame will win the national
Notre
championship.
Dame and Texas.
Yeah.
Notre Dame.
I'm glad we waited for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are a few hot takes in there. Yeah. One on Ohio State, the other one on Indiana.
I'm interested to see what Georgia does this year because I think Georgia's also very good. They have a little bit tougher schedule than Texas, and I say little because I mean a little tougher than Texas. They do play at Alabama, and that's pretty much the differential there. Otherwise, it's not. It's not a tough schedule at all. So Georgia could factor in. I would expect them to be there. I think Kirby Smart's probably hungry to get back to that national championship game. But yeah, Notre Dame, Texas for the national title.
There you go. Just scratching the surface of preseason football talk.
Did you run that through a computer or just
No, that's just
just
me.
you.
That's me based on
That's
a
enough.
lot of
I mean, that's
things.
plenty.
It's the returning quarterbacks, it's the shape of the roster, it's the playmakers, it's the defense, and the coaching staff.
Are you turning Texas? I mean, we got this softball thing going on. Are you turning Texas?
No, but I also am gonna if somebody's good, I'm going to recognize that they're good, right?
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that they are good because I despise them, but they are good.
You know the words for the fight song? Texas Fight, Texas Fight.
That's about it.
All right, get him a Longhorn hat. And,
no.
Hook 'em. Bart says hook 'em.
Bart's on the side of Texas.
No.
He's turned Texas.
No.
He gives a damn about the whole state of Texas.
These are falsehoods.
Don't mess with them.
Hey, imagine
lies.
Imagine
Damn
living
lies.
somewhere way better than Texas. Somewhere where it's welcoming and genuinely beautiful, and nobody's really arrogant. Everybody's kind, and everybody just loves having you around. And the kids can roam free. The neighbors know you. The weekends are spent on the golf course, the lake, the trails, the beauty of the Ozark. That's the Ozarks. That's Big Creek Golf and Country Club in Mountain Home, Arkansas. A vibrant community with year-round events for all ages, world-class outdoor recreation, brand new home sites now available for families ready to put down roots. Small town, big life, home sites for sale now at bigcreekgolf.com. More information at bigcreekgolf.com. Bubba Carpenter coming up. Are we a bunch of idiots or what?
Yes.
Yes,
we are. Yes.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Getting the job done means tough and reliable equipment, and that's what WT Equipment is known for. A locally family-owned dealership with 4 locations across Arkansas, and always ready to help you get the job done. WT Equipment carries the brands you trust, like the legendary Bobcat and more, and they're offering aggressive pricing on skid steers and mini excavators. Whether you need equipment, implements, or powerful Bobcats, the friendly team at WT Equipment is ready to help. Visit WTEquip.com. Hey, it's Bo Mattingly, and when it comes to a roof or remodel, let me recommend Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Here's Teamwork COO Brett Husky on what you can expect.
We're going to be there when we say we're going to be there. We're going to have really high-quality people that are going to be there that are extremely talented at what they do. You're going to get more than what you bargained for.
And Teamwork Roofing and Construction now offers financing. Log on to their website, teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, built on quality, powered by teamwork. There's never a good deal good enough with a bad person. Still a bad deal.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
For every million people, we've got 2 NFL players.
Yeah, that's really bad. Among the worst in the country.
It'd be something to speak at to an elementary class about doing whatever you want. Hey, listen.
We've got, 310 million people in
You could be one of the 6.
310.
You want to be one of the 6? Get started today. Push-ups. Let's go.
That's about right.
Meanwhile, Mississippi, a state with a smaller population than Arkansas, has about 14 NFL players per million people. So dug into the numbers
Less
a little bit.
competition in Arkansas if you want to grow up an NFL player.
Yeah. In the 1970s, Arkansas produced 42 NFL players. In the 1980s, 44. In the 1990s, 33. In the 2000s, 32. In the 2010s, 27. And so far in this decade, which is more than half over, 12. That's the ball game right there.
Sports are part of a small town's identity, not just in Arkansas, but throughout the South, throughout our country. When you lose that, your town loses an identity, and over time you lose hope. And I realize I'm getting in some areas people don't like getting into, and I'll live with that. But I've just watched it, and it is a byproduct. And I'm going to tell you something Ryan Silverfield's doing that I like. I like the fact that he's signing in-state kids. I don't know if they're any better than the out-of-state kids. I have no idea. We'll find out when they get here. But I think it's important for high school football players in our state to feel like they can come play for the Razorbacks. I think that's important. I think it's important for towns to see that. It's part of their identity. It's part of who they are. And you never know when one of them is going to produce the next Traylon Burks or somebody like that, or Darren McFadden or someone. But you got to put yourself in a position to get those kids and to have them out there in the first place.
I appreciate you saying all that. There's no better shopping experience than you're going to find at Macadoodles or at Guess Who in Bentonville. With an unbeatable selection, amazing prices, and service that's unbeatable, they've got everything you need. Roger and the team are always there to help.
I love it. I've been doing this for 53 years, and one of the things I love most about it is our customers. Part of what makes me love the retail business is just the interaction with my customers.
Macadoodle, just north of Bella Vista, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
Oakland is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oakland Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
When you're looking for tough, reliable equipment for people you trust, WT Equipment delivers. WT Equipment is a local, family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas, and they've built their reputation by carrying the brands you know and depend on. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, and Steel, they have the equipment and implements to get the job done right. Whether you're tackling a big job or everyday work, WT Equipment offers a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance, including compact track loaders, skid steers, excavators, and more. Their lots are packed and ready to move with special deals you don't want to miss. Bobcat is the industry leader, tough, reliable, and built to handle any job you throw at. Nobody does light construction or hay and forage better than WT Equipment. Backed by trusted service and support long after the sale. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment location today or log on to WTEquip.com. Tools you trust and people you know. The Chuck and Bo Show on demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Catch up on all 3 hours with the podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show. Who's going to be the first to get a Chuck and Bo tattoo? I mean, I think Chuck might do it.
No. You can have mine. You just get 2 of them.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Bubba Carpenter, great Razorback baseball analyst, does the broadcast with Phil Elson. We listened to him during the postseason. Great job. He's joining us now on the Chuck and Bo Show to talk about it all. Bubba, good morning. How we doing?
Bo, what's going on, buddy?
Well,
Bubba, how are you?
Just depends on if you're Melvin in Sardis, Mississippi, or, you're Bubba in Northwest Arkansas at the moment.
I think I'm doing a little better than Melvin. Melvin's having a rough morning. I caught the end of that. So, yeah, I'm doing a little bit better than him, but yeah. Chuck, what's up, buddy?
I'm doing great. Sorry your season ended so soon, but sure enjoyed listening to you and Phil.
Well, appreciate it. It was, I tell you, Chuck, that was a frustrating place to go and play. As a person that's called a lot of baseball games, you can relate to this. Phil was really frustrated at the setup. He couldn't even see the field.
I've been there.
I don't know if you've talked to Chuck. I mean, I don't know if you've talked to Phil, but he couldn't even see the field. I mean, it was crazy. There's people standing up in front of him. Yeah, it was a weird setup. And it's, if you've got a place like, and I don't want to bash Kansas. They're excited to be hosting, but you need to do a little bit more to your facilities. If you're going to host a regional, now they're hosting a super, which is going to be a giant clown show. And I think the people around there were kind of rude. They really didn't know how to run a regional. I think they were way overmatched. And, have y'all talked about, and I don't want to get on a rant here.
Go for it.
Have y'all talked about our players' parents and grandparents having to sit next to the students? Have y'all talked about that?
Yeah, that was
a little.
That was really bad planning on KU's part. I mean, that's not why they won the regional, and it sounds like sour grapes when you don't win, but you don't put players' parents and grandparents next to a student section. I know it's a small stadium, but you can avoid that.
Yeah. So, I can handle the loss, but I can't handle parents and grandparents being treated like that. And that's the part that makes me mad. When I'm coaching, fellas, I'm pretty laid back, but if you disrespect my parents or one of my players, I get mad. I get fired up. And boy, I was mad about that whole deal. Watching some of it, I was getting texts from some of the parents, and it was just, whoever did that's a moron. They either did it because they're not very smart or they did it on purpose. I don't know which one, but that was idiotic. There was a section over about 30 feet that separates it. They could have put the parents there, and there wouldn't have been any issues. But that was kind of a, I don't know, not a smart move on their part. But there were several things. But that's not why we lost. We lost because we just got outplayed. I mean, Kansas is a good team. We made a few mistakes. They took advantage of it. As a result, we're going home.
Bubba, let me say something right here. I'm going to stop you just for a second. You've played. Sometimes you just get beat. It's not a question of we got outspent, we got outcoached, we got out this or that. Sometimes you just lose. Sometimes the other team plays better than you do.
Yeah, you just said it. You look at like their shortstop, Tyson LeBlanc. The guy's a stud. He had a few home runs against us. We made a couple of mistakes. He took advantage of it. They made all the plays on defense. I mean, the shortstop made some really good plays. LeBlanc. They made plays in the outfield. Their pitchers came in, and when they needed a big pitch, they made a big pitch. And on the flip side of that, when we needed a big pitch, we left one over the middle, and they hammered it. And so we just got beat. I mean, we really did. And look, no one's blaming it on the ballpark. I mean, we could have, now I do think it would have been different if we played them at Baum Walker. I think our players play a little bit different in that setting. But I think the fans, the way the fans and everything, I think that fired our guys up a little bit. I really do. I think they went out with a little bit of, I don't know, they played a little bit of pissed off, I guess you can say. I think I can say that on the radio. But yeah, we just got beat, Chuck.
Yeah, Bubba, first of all, have you played on a field like that? I don't mean to keep going into this Kansas thing, but I just couldn't get over the pitcher's mound.
Well, no, I haven't, but I've taken some of my showcase teams to fields like that, and they hate it. They hate pitching off of an all-turf mound. It's got that little turf inset in there, and they just don't like it. And I've got guys, and I tell my guys, look, don't complain. Both teams got to pitch off of it, but it's hard to pitch off of that, especially if you're a guy that really comes off the mound hard. It's tough. So yeah, I didn't like that, but it seems like a lot of people are going to the all turf field, and I hate it, and that's why I love Baum Walker. To me, baseball should be played on natural grass and dirt. Go out there and get dirty and get grass stains on you. That's baseball to me.
Yeah. What did you see with this team this year? It just felt like, actually they ended up winning 41 games, but it never felt like the last, 8 or 10 years that we have felt with a Dave Van Horn club. And I think we're going to see some different things next year. But what's your sort of summary or commentary on all that?
It was a frustrating team to watch, Bo, because at times we could beat anyone in the nation, hands down. And then other times we would make, I say the great players make the routine play. Anyone can go make a dive and play. You could go make a dive and play, but you're not going to make 10 plays hit right at you. I want sorry, Bo.
Yeah. I'll take it.
But you know what I mean.
You had him at you'll make the spectacular play.
I live for sports. I live for Sports Center top 10. Give me the one top 10 play.
That's all he heard was when
yeah.
you said you'll make a spectacular play.
I was
He
beaming.
stopped right there.
Headphones came off. I was beaming. I didn't hear the rest of it.
Okay, well I should have stopped, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know, we would have like a, you know, and we had a chance with the bases loaded to turn a routine double play about as routine as it gets, and we didn't do it, and that went on to cost us a few runs. You know, stuff like that. I mean, that was the thing about this team. Now, with that being said, I love this team. I absolutely love the dudes on the team. You talk about a bunch of athletic guys. I mean, this was a fast, athletic, strong team, and I honestly never felt like we were out of a game. I mean, one Georgia game we were out of. But other than that, like even the Kansas game, we're down 11-5. I'm like, we're good. We're going to score against these guys. You know, the key for us is stopping it. But I think the number one thing about this team is they weren't consistent. They weren't able to stack multiple good games on top of each other. They'd play a couple of great games, and then they'd play a clunker. And kind of the same with some of the pitchers. You know, they'd have a couple of really good outings, and they'd go out and have just a bad one. And it's just about baseball's about being consistent. And we weren't able to just stack those wins on top of each other. And look, I think DVH, I think Matt Hobbs, Nate Thompson, Bob Wars, I think they did a phenomenal job of getting the wins that we got. I mean, think about this team. They won 7 out of 10 series in the SEC. That's so hard to do. We had 20 overall SEC wins. So even when you look at this team, a lot of people are like super negative. I'm like, look, guys, this team did a lot. I think we were one game away. You take away the Stetson loss in March, the Sunday loss, because you get penalized more for a weekend loss in RPI. You take that loss away, and we're hosting at Baum Walker. I think we win that. I think we win the regional. I don't know who we have coming. Kansas would have still hosted. I don't know who we'd have had come in, but I think we'd have won the regional. I really do, and be playing in the super. This team is well suited to play a super regional, but a regional, if you lose one game, I knew we were in trouble just because of pitching depth.
Interesting.
As you kind of rebuild the roster, remake the team before next season, you know, everyone says, well, you got to have more pitching, got to have better hitters. I wonder about rebuilding from up the middle defensively. How do you think you go about remaking the team before next year?
Well, I think here's the difference, Chuck. Last year, think about it. We played up until June 18th last year. We lost to LSU on the 18th. So the portal opens on June 1st. So other teams had 18-day head start against us. And that's another interesting thing. All the teams that were in the College World Series last year are all eliminated. A lot of them didn't even get to a regional. That's the difference in getting out there and getting on top of the portal early. Now we've got our staff out there early on top of the portal, and I think you start building it. You know, I mean, look what we lost. I mean, Ryder Helfrich, I love the guy. That's the toughest dude I think we've ever had behind the plate. You know, I wasn't around a lot when McCann was here, but he was a stud. But I tell you what, Ryder Helfrich's a stud. Kojo moved over to shortstop, did a really good job. Souza, his arm got better. He was good up the middle at second. Micah New had chances to be really good in center. He made some routine errors, though, that you can't do. But to your point, Chuck, I think we're going to go out. First, we got to find a really good shortstop. You know, Dave had one last year, and I know he referred to it a couple times, but I feel like we kind of got done wrong by them. I think he committed to U of A and said he wasn't going to sign. Then he turns around and signs and leaves us without a shortstop. But I tell you what, Kojo came on and did a really good job for us, made a lot of routine plays, a lot of good plays. But, boy, we got to replace the shortstop. We got to replace the catcher. Don't know if Souza's coming back or not. And we got to replace the center fielder. So that's the first pieces you go after. And then you got to find a Friday night arm. You know, we were in the bidding for a couple of guys last year. We lost out on them, but we got to get that big. We need that big Friday night arm. You know, losing Hunter Dietz, I mean, he was a stud. It's sad that fans fans are only going to get to see him pitch for 1 year for the Razorbacks. But he's going to go early in the draft. He's going to play. He's going to pitch in the big leagues for a long time. But I think that's the key is taking care of your Friday night guy, being strong up the middle, and then you kind of build off of that.
Bubba Carpenter, great job as always. Great job calling the games. Thanks for making time for us, and we look forward to doing it again soon.
Thank you, Bubba.
All right, fellas. Hey, y'all stay positive. All right. Hey, we're gonna be back next year. They're gonna get this thing put back together. We're gonna be back next year. I feel really good about it, and so we're gonna be in good shape. So I appreciate y'all having me on. If you ever need anything, give me a shout.
Appreciate you, my man. Thank you so much. Always a great job, and I agree with them 100%. I think they will be back, and they'll be with a vengeance. Really, I think you got a Dave Van Horn that's not that he's ever unmotivated, but he's highly motivated right now.
They've been busy this week. They've been busy this week.
He is getting after it. Hey, if you're looking for a place to watch the Supers coming up, Little Rock's playing Troy. I know we'll be watching that game or the NBA Finals. Whatever you're watching on television, Walk-Ons is a great place to go. You need to check it out. Wall-to-wall TVs. You won't miss a single play. The food's all made from scratch. It's all fantastic. A lot of beers on tap. Great appetizers. Ask about Flight by Yingling when you're there, or when you're anywhere. You can ask about Flight. It's 95 calories. Tastes like a Yingling, but without the extra calories. Brewed from America's oldest brewery. It's Flight by Yingling. Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. I mean, look, this is what we do. We heal the hurting. We touch the hearts. We talk about the things that matter to people.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Life is better with community banking from First Security, where personal connections make a difference every day. Families get bankers who know their names, know their needs, and love to help. Businesses work with responsive lenders who make fast local decisions that help build success. And communities thrive with First Security because our team is rooted here too. Choose the power of personal. First Security. Bank better. fsbank.com, member FDIC.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. PG Yingling and Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
You know, see, this is what the Chuck and Bo Show is. You just show up and have coffee with you.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Baseball taught me teamwork, dedication, and the power of community. That's why I'm teaming up with Pascal ProPath to give back to charities that give every kid a chance to play. And right now you can pitch in. For every Pascal member signed up today through the end of May, Pascal will donate a portion of every membership to give back to youth sports. Become a member today, help give back in a big way. Pitch in with Pascal ProPath and help support kids in your community. Join today at pascalpropath.org.
Hey, it's Bo, and I had no idea how little I knew about insurance until my man James Boyette of State Farm started telling me. For over a decade, he's been delivering real value, not just the lowest price. That means helping customers find the right coverage for their life with personalized plans that evolve as life changes. Serving all of Arkansas and Missouri. If you're looking for a true insurance partner, auto, home, life, whatever you need, go to JamesBoyett.com. Looking for the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits? Macadoodles or Guess Who in Bentonville has you covered.
Having what they came down here for in stock on the shelf is very important. You're going to find everything that you could possibly want. I've heard customers tell me, Bo, over the years that they may be sitting around, somebody brings up some weird name whiskey, and somebody will chime in and say, well, if anybody's got it, it's going to be Macadoodles.
Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista at the state line, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
There's nothing like a day at the pump.
Cold Yingling Lager, first pitch. That's how you start it right.
From the oldest brewery in America. It's smooth, balanced, and built for baseball.
But you know how it gets out there. That Arkansas sun's no joke.
That's why you bring a backup plan.
Yingling Light Lager, crisp, refreshing, and ready when the heat kicks in.
Start with lager.
Switch to light lager.
And stay cool from the first pitch to the final out. Proud sponsor of the Arkansas Razorbacks.
DG Yingling & Son, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple.
Been brain dead for 2 days.
I
Some
know.
people would argue much longer.
Well,
but I mean,
it's
if
been
by my
noticeable.
own personal standards.
It's been noticeable,
Yeah.
really.
I know, it's just like, ugh.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Well, today's been a day. We know that. We do have television to watch as it relates to sports, including the NBA Finals. The Knicks took a 1-0 series lead. They stole a game in San Antonio from Edwards.
They didn't steal it. They won it fair and square.
Well, you call it stealing. When
I
you go
I
on the
know.
road,
I'm
but,
joking.
You know,
I'm joking.
who do you think's going to win the series?
The Knicks.
The Knicks.
I said the Knicks in 6 back in December.
Wow. You didn't have the Spurs.
They're just
in
a
it?
lot older. Yeah, I had the Spurs in it. Knicks in 6 against.
I'll
the
say
Spurs.
this: you better get your shots
That's real.
in now, because the Spurs are going to be the team to beat for the next 4 or 5
I
years.
think that's
Listen
right.
to this camaraderie
It's
with two opposing fans.
I'm
just what the world should
trying to
be
be a
made of.
classy winner.
Well,
I'm trying to be a good winner.
Graceful.
Well,
Being graceful,
Edwards being pretty he's being pretty kind too. Classy, just
Yeah.
Knicks in 6, and that's a little scary though. That he's being so, it sounds like he's sitting on
Well,
something.
I think there's a lot to be said about a few different things with the series, like rest and age, and there's all sorts of things. But
Spurs will win game 2.
The Spurs
I do
just
think
look
that.
winded.
Spurs will win tomorrow night.
That's
they
got
just
two
look
opposing
winded last
fans who
night in
are
the
just
second half.
acquiescing all over the place here. That's
we
amazing.
can be civil.
Don't get me wrong. My team's a lot better than his team. And deep in his soul, he knows
There
it.
we go.
He knows it.
What to Watch is brought to you by Macadoodles. They will exceed your expectations as a customer at Macadoodles. The best assortment of beer, wine, and spirits with a level of service that's unmatched. And they also have a great selection of microbrews, craft beer that's locally sourced. If you're looking for something that's hard to find, they probably have it at Macadoodles. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, they have a tasting bar that you can try different spirits, whiskeys, whatever. 7 days a week. Wine tasting, open to close. Wednesdays, 15% off every bottle of wine. Wine Down Wednesday. And they're located just north of Bella Vista in Pineville. The original Macadoodles. We'll be doing the show there.
Yes.
Friday before Father's Day.
Road tripping.
We'll be road tripping it, and we'll be telling you about all the things they have there that you can surprise your father with on Father's Day. It's a wonderful experience there at Macadoodles and at Guess Who in Bentonville. What do we have on television, Bart? Specifically, times, channels. What do you have?
Well, tonight, Game 2 of the Women's College World Series is at 7 o'clock on ESPN. Texas can win the national championship tonight.
1-0 series lead.
1-0 series lead, best of 3. Texas Tech will be looking to stave off elimination. And also at 7 on ABC, Stanley Cup Final, Game 2. Vegas, a 1-0 series lead over the Carolina Hurricanes. Tomorrow, NBA Finals back, Game 2 between the Knicks and the Spurs. That will be at 7:30 again tomorrow on ABC.
And the Super Regional start tomorrow.
They do.
11 o'clock in the morning.
We'll have more time.
UALR plays at 4.
4 o'clock for
Yeah,
Little Rock?
4.
And
They-
Troy?
They play Troy. The
Can't wait.
Trojans.
I'm looking
The
forward to that.
Trojans.
I'm looking forward to that. Rooting for Chris Curry.
Me too. Me too.
Don't forget to hug your cat today.
Yeah.
Or all of them.
Have some cheese.
National Cheese Day as well, and
Hug all
National
14
Cognac
of
Day.
my cats.
Mostly cloudy today with a high in the low 80s. And go to chuckandbowshow.com and sign up to win a gift card from Fish City Grill. Great restaurant. You'll enjoy it. For all of us here, have a wonderful Razorback Thursday, and we'll try it again tomorrow on the Chuck and Bo Show.
At Pascal, comfort and quality are well within reach. For over 50 years, homeowners have trusted them for world-class service. Every detail matters. Right now, get a brand new high-efficiency AC and furnace system starting at just $79.99 with payments as low as $100 a month. No shortcuts, no